we ended off last time. You guys were able to successfully defeat I think his name was Prophet Sarthun, who was currently the leader of a rogue religious sect that split off from the main um, religious. Damn, I forgot what they were.
It's been a bit.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I have it written down here. This is the Empirus. Sorry, they split from the Church of Empirus. And they stole like a very ancient and very important book with all these different runes and inscriptions and things like that to it. But you were able to defeat the prophet and his minions and his summoning demons with the help of a vampire lady, to which you were all rewarded with, I think, a withered rose as a token of I believe it was the Coven of the Night. Let's see, I think that's what she said.
Angels remember. Let me look.
Is that the ritual? Sorry, the Knight's Coven is what they're called. She gave a token so that way you would be able to find them in a certain way. You're not sure exactly how, but she said it'd be something to that degree. You're able to kind of shake off some of your wounds and feel a little bit more at ease than you have in the past couple days, and or at least the past couple hours from the tense stalking in the along the gate, getting caught, and then having to basically fight your way out and into the temple itself proper. But what would you all like to do now?
I have one quick question.
Yes.
We came down, so before we were like above ground and like fighting in that like camp area.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when we met the vampire lady, and then we came down. But there was like that burning stuff, like the stuff was on fire. Was that stuff still burning when we came down here? And would that be an issue when we're leaving?
I think the stuff that was burning at this point, let's say it's probably smoldered out.
Okay.
So I'd say yeah, you're probably gonna be okay coming back up and out.
Alrighty. That was it. Everyone feeling okay?
I'm doing all right.
Oh,
good.
happened at the board. Val?
I've been better.
Um,
Did we at least get the book?
yeah, it's over on him, right?
It's on his body, yes.
Yeah. So no, we don't have it, but we can go get it real quick.
Yeah, we should probably do that. Hey, Wow, come here.
Yes.
Kieran will.
He's gonna just
retreat.
gently place a hand on your back, and I'm gonna cast Healing Hands. 3d4 of healing, not much, but you know, I'll roll 1, you roll 2.
Okay, thank you. Really needed that.
It was 2, mine was, and then add whatever yours was.
So 5 total. Because I got a
So
2
that's
and a
not
1.
much. I'm kind of tapped.
No, that was extremely exhausting.
I
Where's
got
the
it.
game book? Yep, there it is. All right.
Dusting it off.
Is everyone ready to get out of here?
Back the same way.
I guess. That vampire lady gone already? Brand looks around, cartoonishly. Left, right, left, right.
Does not appear to be any sight of her. I think
Well,
she turned into a swarm of bats and flew away.
I think she said that we could always come and see her later on, right?
Playing from Lewd Leviathan.
Fuck.
Nice.
Round 2.
Well, she told us where she was going, I think, right? Where she lives or where her family is usually about.
I wasn't paying attention.
I don't think so.
I feel like she did. I don't know.
check the footage.
Yeah,
roll back the tapes.
because I remember there's
Oh.
something about like her traveling with family or something about a family business. I don't know. Unless I'm mixing this up with the old vampires.
I don't know.
I don't know. Either way, we got the book. That's important.
Yeah.
And they're gone, so that's important.
For recovering the book, you guys gain inspiration,
Whoa!
Ooh.
so you can mark that on your sheets.
Woohoo. I'm gonna forget about it.
Never.
Yeah.
I know the last campaign we would get inspiration, and just like months would pass, and I'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah." Whoops.
And abuse it.
Gotta restart PC. All right, we lost 2 people. No audio coming headset. Great.
Jesus, it's fine.
Pause. I guess we just keep going. What are we thinking?
It's fine. You can keep going.
Okay.
He'll get his thing fixed in a minute.
Yeah.
But I'd say you're able to kind of gather yourself and your things, feeling as patched up as you probably could be. As you make your way back up out of the mines, into the encampment. Looking around, you can see where there's like crows that's kind of gathered, and vultures that are like picking on the dead. Corpses that are basically just laying around the camp from where you slaughtered all of them.
Man, in the Feywild, it usually takes a little bit longer for them to get here. It's quick to eat here.
Yeah, there's not that many, but it's a noticeable. You're like, wow, there's a good handful here. As they were able to, you're able to see the what's it called? The charred remains of where the watchtower has fallen down. As I think there was some kind of explosion. I don't remember exactly what happened. But yeah, so you guys are able to head into the coldish kind of night. Do you want to kind of set up like a camp, or do you want to just start trucking through the dark?
Do we have the wagon or thing or whatever like back
We
in
We
the like
parked it
trees
somewhere,
or whatever? It was like
right,
near the
dude?
tree line, right?
That sounds kind of familiar.
I think it was tree line.
Yeah.
we can go check.
Hit the
Wouldn't take
panic
that
button.
long, right?
Hit the panic button on the coach.
Yeah, just blow it up.
Oh, we parked over there.
Damn, dropping like flies.
I don't know.
Crazy.
They have to get fixed eventually.
So we see the cart.
I would say yeah. After probably going maybe like 5 or so minutes outside of the camp, you would locate the cart where it's standing there. The horse is still kind of just standing around attached to it.
All right, Lupin, is it you and Val up front again?
Yes.
Alrighty.
I think I'm driving, Vale's sitting shotgun. Or, yeah.
Works for me.
Kieran climbs up onto the top as usual.
Rain's gonna comfortably get in the back. Is there an overhead? Is it like an overhead cart with like an inside, or
I
is
think
it just
I
an
think there
open
was.
cart?
I'm on
I
the
think
right
there was
board.
like a coverness to it.
Supposed to be another board.
It should be board 1. I know, like Tailspires had some issues the past couple days that we've been playing, and it doesn't
Yeah.
keep you.
I
It
got
like glitches out.
Cultist Dungeon, Unknown Realm 1, Unknown Realm 2.
It should be
Unknown Realm
Unknown
1.
Realm 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just sticking with the image in my head from the one encounter when we got the wagon, I think. Which was like kind of like a full, like fancy, like
Oh,
traveler
right.
caravan.
Yeah. So actually, if you look on the southern
It
map, yeah,
was.
it's down
was.
here.
It was like a
Yeah.
nobles,
Oh, shit.
carriage.
Oh, shit.
There's like a random floating chef over here, or an astronaut, but yeah, that's the wagon over there.
Yeah, it was like, it was not just like a fucking old west, like stampede, whatever, fucking piece of shit. Like, we had a decent wagon, right?
Did
Yeah,
we grab
yeah.
from the vampires we killed? Or was that...
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was the
that-
vampire. It was the vampire family,
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
or well, family that got attacked by vampires or turned into vampires,
They
whatever
I
it
think
was.
they
I'm
turned
gonna
into
assume
vampires.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, that our trusty old wagon.
On we go.
On you go. So, let's see you guys are able to start making your way towards the rough direction where you believe that Lunsk is headed. I think last time it took you between 2 and 3 days or so. But if you basically just start mushing through, and I guess if you alternative shifts, you could probably make a lot of time up and be able to go. I'd say if you're driving, go and make a survival check for navigation.
Gulp.
What is my survival? I don't remember what survival is. Oh, 4. Okay, I'm good. Hopefully.
Oh, I think it's +4.
Oh.
I hope.
9 plus 4.
Yeah, I
12.
hope so too.
Is that 12?
12? Okay. I'd say with a 12, you're able to pretty calmly and, confidently head into the correct direction towards Lunsk. There's really nothing that really impedes your travel that you've seen so far. And I'd say, are you just going through the night? Did you plan to stop at any point? Or because it is turning towards nighttime.
How's everybody feeling? Do we want to stop or do
You
we
can
want
take a shift if you need.
Doesn't matter to me. I can keep going.
Dangerous
We
at
can
night. Remember.
Oh yeah, yeah. Kieran looks up to the skies. How like late into the night does it seem?
It's probably 8-ish, 9 or so p.m. looking up. It's not a...
Sun's going down. Sun is down.
sun's down, yeah.
Maybe we should camp then? Or is it best to keep moving?
Is anybody
Or
tired?
would we be
Brand's
have
gonna
been
stick his head
safer?
out the window and try and get like an idea of the area as well to see if it would be, if it's more of like a damn, this place is awful, we need to keep going, or if it's like this isn't too bad, we could probably just camp out.
Yeah.
I think it's great perception checks if you like.
Okay. Let's see. It's gonna be a 15 plus 2, 17 for perception.
Oh, nat 20.
That's
Oh,
wow.
okay.
Perception.
Should I roll 2 or are we good?
I don't think you're gonna higher than a nat 20 on that one. That's pretty.
I got 26 total.
Oh my god. So scanning about the general area, you know that they. So at this point you would have been past most of the kind of semi-forested region, and then you were going past. I think you'd have just passed the burned down small village that you associated with the cultist people that you just slain. That they ransacked and looted. So it's like a charred, burned up. Oh, excuse me, hiccups up. Village full of like ash, and the smell of like rot and decay is kind of heavy
Right.
in the area. You would probably think this is maybe not the greatest area to camp out. And so far in the two-ish hours or so that you've traveled along the road, you haven't really been impeded. So I'd say you're probably leaning towards, if you kept going, it'd probably be the best option here.
Yeah. We can take turns resting, I think, as well while traveling. You think, guys?
I mean, I can drive if you need me to.
I also could. No, yeah, I rest on like 4 hours, so
I'll take a break
Um,
if
or-
whoever wants to take the reins.
Brand, do you wanna go first and I'll start my trance and then I can take over after you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Switching spots with
Clang,
Brand.
clang, clang, clang.
All right, whoever's driving, just make me a survival check for directions.
Brand is, or not Brand, Kieran is going to lay back on flat on top of the cart and like go looking directly up into the sky. Will like kind of stare at it and then slowly go into like a meditative like trance, like a dissociation almost kind of thing.
Okay.
As he like stares into the sky, meditates and shit as he trances.
I'm guessing
Survival?
I'll-
Val's writing shotgun.
Survival. Mm-hmm.
okay.
That will be a natural 19 plus 2 for survival.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good. Yeah, so you feel even more confident in the direction you're going. Strong headwind, and you're like, yep, I know exactly where we should be heading. You're going to pick up a lot of ground that I don't say you were going the wrong way, but this definitely is keeping you on the fastest possible path, heading that direction. You're able to go for 3 or 4 hours or so into the night, the full moon basking, as you're getting a uncharacteristic lack of overcast in the area. So you almost have a pretty good sight line all around you. You approach into what appears to be more of a forested area as you're kind of alternating between forest and small hills, into like little clearings and then just open field, and the occasional kind of like marshy, muddy ground. But this appears to be some sort of a small little thicket. And as you kind of make your way through, you see like the branches start to get a little bit lower. I'd say at this point, Kieran would have pretty much finished up his trance. And it's almost like he's still like laying on the cart, and as you're passing over that, he's kind of kicking up his little feet, like popping the little leaves and knocking them off as these are kind of lower trees that are hanging. Eventually something does just almost startle you as you kind of go down up into a hill and straight up over one and kind of crest down into like another almost turn. A huge flock of birds just like almost right up into your face as they kind of go around, like squawking off into the night sky.
Shit.
Ah.
Yeah, they just
Ah.
yeah.
Ah.
Ugh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Pulls hard to the left.
Just around the
Tips
corner,
it
just
over,
crash
rolls 8 times.
like the McQueen.
Karen would be like, almost there, as he like leans up and gets smacked immediately on the branch. Ah, god damn.
Do you remember
Kieran's
us coming this way?
Kieran's like laying flat on his stomach, like peeking over behind you, like over your shoulder. This doesn't really look familiar. But then again, I don't think I was really paying good attention when we were coming this way.
Right. I was in the back the entire time.
We can figure this out.
Yeah.
What does it look like up ahead?
So you kind of come out of that thicket. It was almost like you were there for about 10 minutes or so, and then the birds were almost like sitting at like the last little bit of it, and it looks like into like an open like hilly area with like mountains off in the distance. As you remember, Lunsk itself is kind of on the other side of these mountains.
We just go somewhere completely different. Mountains.
Yeah. This looks
yeah.
close enough. Yeah,
Let's see.
we're probably fine.
I think we're close.
Let's
Did you
see.
want me to take over?
Yeah, I'm a little tired.
Gotcha.
I think this-
Oh, I don't know if you remember me telling you about this, Brant. I knew a little bit about crafting and stuff before, and so maybe there's something that I could like try crafting sometime if you guys have any like ideas, or there's something that like I could need. I could try making something sometime,
Sure, that'll be helpful. What have you made before?
I mean, he
Talk
he
out
does
your
a
ass.
he does a little swirl or like a little like swift movement of his like cloak. I mean, I didn't do this myself, but I had a little bit of help. But I mean, this is a cloak that has items that if I take it off, and it becomes the actual items. And then I had these potions. I had those potions that work, or work for me.
Yeah. So do you think you can make stuff for us?
Probably not. Maybe not potions. Less confident about where we're at now. I rolled a 6 total.
Okay. You feel like you're making great headway. You're just hauling in the direction same because Brandon really didn't give you any direction. He's like, "Yep, you're just gonna go this way." You're like, "Yep, I'm gonna keep going. This is going great." Wallace.
We saw the mountains.
Yes, yeah.
Help.
Then I gotta close my tail some more because it glitched out.
Same.
But then something kind of catches your eye off to the side, and you're just like, might have looked a quick detour, I don't think. You're like, and so you kind of head off to the path a little bit to the left, and you kind of do. When you happen upon what looks like some sort of like a fruit orchard of some kind. Like
I knew
there's
this was gonna be the right way.
yeah, it's kind of like a, yeah, I remember past this on the way here.
Yeah.
But kind of like looking over just the general vicinity, it's like a pretty open clearing. There's no houses, but you see there's a bunch of like fruit trees. They appeal to have like either like some kind of oranges or maybe some sort of like an apple. And then it just goes on to more like of a clearing if you kept on this direction.
Well, I mean, this seems to be a pretty good path so far. So I guess I'll keep going. Should probably keep going this path.
Everyone else is asleep.
yeah.
The one lost man
Yeah.
is like, yeah, this look good.
Yeah. I'd say you continue on this path for another 3 or 4 hours unimpeded.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Before anyone else kind of stirs. I'd say Val probably be the next one to wake, but she's got the
Oh.
most rest.
I'm so not sleepy.
Very good.
Hey, good morning. I really was thinking we'd be there by now.
The morning already?
Yeah,
It's into the wee hours of the morning.
I really didn't think we would be this long.
Well, did you whip
I-
this to make them go faster?
I mean, yeah, I don't think it was the horses. I mean, like, I don't know. And I took a detour. I thought it'd be quicker if we went this way.
You took a what?
Yeah, I mean, like, there was like a side path that looked like it was gonna go closer to like the mountains back to where we came from. So I was like, yeah, that's probably a good idea. I could probably do that. And we passed through like some fruit trees and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, this is definitely the right way. And then like an hour or two passed, and I was like, we're probably pretty close. And then like the mountain started getting further away, and I was like, we're getting there. We're getting there, right? You gotta stick it out sometimes, you know? To get where you're going. Right?
I would say
Huh.
Val, you can make a nature check or a survival check.
Should we turn around?
Same.
Is it too late to turn around?
Turn around.
I'll try.
Take its
I'll try
character
to-
because Kieran got us lost in an orchard.
I'll do survival. I think survival's wisdom. All right, we're looking at 18.
Oh, thank God.
Which one did you roll?
Oh, survival.
Okay, survival. All right, looking around the area and remembering where you came from, even though you sleep most of these journeys, it seems. You would be surprised. You kind of do a quick little mental calculation in your mind. You're like, all right, it took us, let's say, 20 some hours to get out here. If we just straight hauled it the whole way, it should be a little bit more foresty, and you think those mountains should definitely be closer. You kind of, the wagon's halted at this point. You kind of hop off, and in like the basking light that you can kind of get through the clouds for the sun, you're looking around and you're like, we're in a lot of open plains area, and you look down and you kind of feel like the grass, and you're like, grass is kind of dead over here. So you're definitely going the wrong direction. You're like, it should be way more foresty. And the mountain should be definitely closer. Like this is too flat of plains. You almost have like when you touch the grass, it almost has like an ashy feel to it, like a grave dust or like a char.
Like it's covered in soot, or like is it like disintegrating in my hand?
It's a little bit of both. Like it just feels grainy, textury. Like it doesn't feel like a normal grass feel. You definitely have never traveled this far east.
Dude.
But
You think we're probably close, right?
Kieran, look. I think that I've become way too dependent on Lupin. And I think you guys should also become extremely dependent on Lupin because you've taken us farther than before. Very far away.
Further. Oh.
The mountains.
Well, I
that you
don't
said-
feel like that relates to Lupin, but I see your point.
Lupin the where are we wolf?
Took us the furthest. What the heck?
Those mountains are supposed to be much closer.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But I thought, that road seemed like it could get there faster, but then it didn't.
Is there any chance that we can turn around?
Well, yeah, probably.
U-turn.
Probably.
U-turn, K-turn.
Karen looks at like each side of the cart. There's probably enough space to turn whip this thing around, right?
I mean, you're not following like a true traveled road, so yeah, you can definitely turn
My
around
bad.
whenever you feel like it.
Yeah. I don't know if this is a road now that I'm looking at it.
No, yeah, this definitely has been out of road. The grass here is beyond dead.
Everybody look on. If you look on Discord and D&D, I sent the map, so you can pull it up and enlarge it. If you look where you have the center mountains that follow the main split of the continent, you kind of follow that. You see that there's a big lake, and right next to it is like Lunsk. Lunsk is on like a very hilly region in the southern part of the Asturian Empire here. You guys were pretty close-ish to kind of Crow's Bend up near that river, and you're kind of like following the plains. So the first little part of the trek, you kind of see that little road that comes off that, like it's heading towards the forest, almost like you would go exactly to the forest. That's kind of where you were. Once you hit that edge of the forest, that's about when Kieran took over and halted you guys a hard east.
Like towards
Into the
Ribbon.
and towards Ribbon.
Yeah, okay.
So if you guys see where it says Soba, that's about where you guys are now. That's where you're noticing the grass is getting less lush, more grave death area. So you kind of went a little bit of the wrong way for about 5 hours.
Oh, but if we're towards Soma, we can still get to Lunsk from here.
You can, yeah. I'm just saying you definitely, like, instead of making that, you kind of follow the forest around. At that point, you would have been maybe 2 hours out from this point. But you're more closer to 7 or 8 that needs to head that direction. But it is turning morning, so maybe the light that comes through the cloudy overcast will help you out. But I'd say it's right around this point. I imagine you're going to start heading in that direction per se. Whoever is driving.
Val.
I think I can take over.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with how you drive.
I'll still be right here. I can help you. I'll
Yeah.
help you. I got you.
You guys,
we'll get this thing back on the road for sure.
you guys can both make survival checks if you'd like.
We're 100% ending up in the Raven Court sanctuary.
You're like, wow, we found where the vampires are somehow.
Yeah.
Now that the sun's out, and now that you mention it, I really see what you're talking about, and I think I got it this time.
Yeah.
You said
Survival, yeah.
Go ahead.
Nat 20. Okay.
Okay, well I can't beat that, but I got a 19. I'm right
Okay.
behind them.
Nice.
You feel like
Plus
this.
3.
Yeah, you feel like going that way at first was a whimsical journey, and you're like, oh, this is fun. Maybe we'll just hook a wide turn and we'll go there. But now you feel like you're going the righted path. I'd say after about 2 or so more hours of you guys traveling this way, you definitely feel like you're heading back the right way. The mountains are getting a little bit closer. You can actually see the forest start to come in, and you're not getting just spurts of plains and trees. You're getting more of a true foresty type feel. This is when everybody else will probably wake up, as you are, I'd say probably another 6 hours of travel to Lunsk.
Morning, How the hell is we not there yet?
Daylight saving time's crazy, right? Like that time change. You guys experienced that too here, right?
How,
Yes.
How are we barely? All right.
I think you guys just overslept.
Make a deception check.
That would mean it took you even longer.
Val just keeps her eyes on the road. She does not interact.
Yeah, I think you guys can probably see through that one. It's a 10 total.
My passive insight is 15. I'm going to have
Okay.
to roll.
You feel like he's yeah,
I know he got us lost.
you know you're
Fine.
nowhere near where you thought.
Look, there was a detour, and I thought I could get us there faster, and it was not.
All right.
Do you want me to take over?
I mean, Val seems to be doing fine.
No, Lupin, please, and I can sit next to you.
Kieran climbs back on top.
Guess I'm taking over.
I flutter my eyes at you.
Whoa.
Sexually charged.
Okay, so who's piloting this last little leg of it?
Lupin. I guess.
Okay, go and make another survival check.
Well, away we go. 4, 4, 8.
All right.
8.
Kieran and Lupin are banned from driving.
So you feel like you're like, all right, well, I know where we're going. I know where we're going. And once you get to like kind of the foresty area, you're thinking in your head, well, I do know the forests are kind of dangerous if we, follow it straight through there. Maybe if we kind of if we cut around them a little bit, I think we'll be able to save some time. So if everyone will join me on the map again, you'll be able to see where you're basically on the line where you see the lake start. That's basically where you are.
Yeah.
And instead of kind of following the lake around, you guys are like, let's cut to the field and then down and then over. So after about 4 hours or so, it's kind of like those mountains haven't gotten much closer in 4 hours of travel. You're getting kind of hungry and everyone's getting a little cranky. It's like, I feel like we should have been there.
Who's driving now?
Throws a race of Veil.
Steve.
Veils.
Brand pokes his head out the window. What is happening?
The
right.
reins have just been thrust into Val's hands, so you just see Val sitting there like steering, and Lupin's kind of just. He looks like he's just getting a good stretch in on the other side.
Unbelievable. He's just gonna pull back in.
I guess I'm driving.
Go and make another survival check. Maybe we'll make it there today.
Can I give the help action?
If you would like to navigate, I'll allow another
Dude,
survival check. as well.
we've had Val cosmetically being up there the entire time. She hasn't done anything.
Well, hold on. I did lead us back. Just not close.
Uh-huh.
17.
Is that with advantage?
Oh, I didn't know you're navigating with me. 19.
19. All right. I would say you're able to make up a lot of ground. You quickly steer pretty much in the almost exactly right direction. You're like, all right, we gotta just cut this way. In about 3 more hours or so, you kind of see the familiar hilly areas. You see the mountains look almost exactly like they need to be from there. You find the lake, follow the lake all the way up and around before, as it appears that the sun is starting to go down into the evening. So around like 6 p.m. or so, and you've made it back to the town of Lunsk. Looking over the general town, you don't recall it being this busy. Kind of looking, you can see there's a lot of like carts, horses, wagons, tents, little outcroppings of people are just like posted up or so, gathering groups. that kind of dot the landscape going up into the town itself. Because there's a couple like wooden palisades and walls that are kind of separating the ones from the dangers that are outdoors. And you can see that there's a lot of like tents and stuff. Think of like if you're going to like a festival or something of the kind, and everybody kind of has their RVs, but medieval RVs, posted up outside, and there's a bunch of campfires that are billowing up smoke. There's a bunch of different murmuring that you see as you're kind of walking and following the road. As the road is relatively clear, you don't have to do too much. You're able to notice that there's like kind of chanting and prayers, but there's also it looks like there's celebratory dancing and people who are like drinking, and you're like, this is the most lively we've ever seen a place in all of Atharis, besides probably like the big capitals. This definitely seems like something's going on. You make your way eventually to what appears to be like the main gates, so you almost like are in a queue to kind of make your way into the town proper. You guys want to do anything particular?
Damn, how long were we in that carriage? We were there for a while.
I said you've traveled like almost nonstop, like for 24 hours. You have rested. You have, let's say, occasionally you've stopped, had like a little snack, but nothing. You haven't long rested. Well, you've long rested. Let me not say that. You've long rested, but you haven't felt full rest of like a night's comfort. It's
Right.
more been like the bumpy roads. So like you get a couple hours sleep here and there of during travel. You're always kind of on guard. You never felt fully safe in the wilderness, but you feel fairly confident that you're just sore. Travel sore is the best way to put it.
Yeah, at that point, probably maybe like 2 hours ago, Brand would have taken off his helmet because, God, he's suffocating inside that thing, especially inside the cart.
Mhm.
And the rest of the group will see a pale-skinned man with strawberry blonde, messy hair just above the shoulders, and some strange, like, shadow markings, one covering his eye and one on the left side of his cheek. And he's just gonna hop out like nothing's wrong.
I would say make a quick perception check when you kind of take that.
Okay. Not great, but not bad either. 13 plus my perception is 2.
Okay.
15.
So you kind of just glance around the area, and you don't get much of a reading of anything that seems to be amiss here. But you do notice, like in your hands itself, your helmet, you notice that there's quite a large, like gash or something that you didn't really notice because it was on the inside from where like a blade probably during the last fight has struck it from there. And you kind of like, as you take it off, you see parts of it kind of like crumbling. So then you kind of like almost like try to brush it off, like oh, maybe it's like sweat or dirt or something caked in there. And as you keep going, you kind of just whoop, and like half of it just crumbles off in your hand.
My helmet!
And you almost feel like the aura that was emanating from the helmet slowly kind of die off before it just feels lifeless, if that makes sense.
Oh, shit. That's not good. He's gonna look to Kieran, with just like a slight concerned face.
Is that supposed to happen?
I mean, I don't know. I guess I just took too much damage during the last couple fights. Probably war overtime. That was how I was able to telepathically talk to you.
Oh.
So, I guess no more of that. Guess we'll have to just
That's right.
talk like normal. Thank God my armor's fine. Just that it starts shedding too.
Yeah.
just
Like,
the
uh-oh.
breastplate stays.
Yeah. Like, covers manhood.
No.
But you do notice, off in the distance, a very large clay pot with handles on the side. Where if you to flip it and wear it upside down, it may suffice as armor.
The Elden Ring build.
Yeah, it's like that's the let me solo her.
Nice, nice.
Look a replacement. All right. But yes, do you guys wanted anything else specific that you would get your character raised for, or anything else like that, while you make your way? Almost, I guess this could be like a guard checkpoint, which is strange,
Yeah.
but 'cause you don't really recall this much military presence previously.
I
Where's
almost
the,
want to think I can like
Is there?
you talk a guard.
What's that?
He's whispering.
I was gonna say, what did he say?
You're
I
whispering,
was saying I
Kanji.
almost want to think I. Hello?
You're very
You're really
quiet.
far away all of a sudden.
Is that better?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Mostly.
How about now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I might try to talk to a guard to find out what's with the high alert.
Let's see. So you kind of look around. Make a perception check if you like.
All right. I'll try my eye dice.
But I'm gonna try a little bit of description here for some things. Now that I have a free source to describe things.
So, from without using a perception check, what you were describing before is like we're coming into town, and there just seems like there's a lot of other people that are also coming into town, and there's just like a checkpoint kind of thing.
So think of it
I know
as
you
like
said there was like a big festivals and stuff going
yeah,
on.
that's what it feels like. So the town itself has always had walls. It's always had a barrier. The guards are always kind of there, but you never had to stop. It was kind of like a leisurely checkpoint where there's 10, 15 guards or so on hand that guard the whole perimeter from like a whole like swath of the front of the place there. This seems a little different. This seems like a little more militarized, a little bit more involved. So
Gotcha.
you're kind of looking around, and it looks like some of the people that are like stopping, this is where they're camping. They're not going into the town itself at the moment. This, it's kind of like you go to the concert and you come back to your little campsite after it's done.
Right. Gotcha.
So it looks like this is where a lot of people have kind of camped out because you either pay the super high prices of probably whatever's going on in the handful of inns or taverns that are in the town proper, or you sit out in the woods for free. That's kind of the two options.
Yeah.
I will say, looking at the general population of, let's say, there's probably 1,000 people out this kind of like forested area, broken up into different camps and stuff. Like it's a pretty big occasion.
Wow.
It feels like.
Yeah.
And it swats for not as far as the eye can see, but you can see it's like not people everywhere, but it's a little bit of a packed area at the moment. No one in this vicinity seems to be rich. I'd say from everything that you looked out from the air, you're seeing not the bare minimum, but I'd say middle class is the top of what you're seeing here. There's a handful like peasants, looks like farmers. There's a lot of people who look like they're wearing robes or like religious things. There's some people who are wearing just pants. They don't have shirts. They're dirty people. And I said the most you see is people who have like, they're kind of decently groomed. They have a nice little campsite set up. Looks like they're sitting around like playing some sort of card game. Looks like maybe they're drinking some decently fine beers or wines. It's kind of like a little motley assortment of what's going on here, but no one looks insanely rich. Looking out at the guards, if you're trying to like flag one down, I'd say you probably have two options here. I'll let you pick which one you want to go for. You could see there's closer to the wall itself where everyone is kind of getting stopped, and you guys are slowly making your way forward. I'd say in the next 10-15 minutes you'll be next. But you feel free to walk around. It's kind of like a gingerly line. There's not a lot of order to it.
Okay.
Looking around like the sides, there appear to be, it looks like standard militiamen or so. They kind of walk around in pairs or maybe a trio that have maybe like not a half plate, but maybe like some leather armor that kind of covers their torso, some greaves. They look like they're holding maybe some sort of occasionally a guy will have like a very long sword. A lot of them look like they have little crossbows that they're walking around with. Very lightly armored, and they're kind of just keeping the peace per se. They're not stopping anybody. If there's a couple fights going on, they might investigate, but they look like they're just bog standard people. The other option you're looking at, you can see where these guys look very well armed. These guys look like prim and proper, like army guards. You're seeing like they're wearing like polished black and steel armor adorned with like silver accents. Their scabbards holding swords, as it looks like it's almost like embroidered to it, as they either holding like a some are holding like a very nice blackened wood crossbow. Some look like they have very finely sharpened estoc swords. A lot of their kind of insignias, if some are walking sword and shield, you can see there's like an embroidery of like a crimson sigil, which you would know to be the like United Empire of Atharis. So it seems kind of two options here, whoever you want to kind of yap at.
I'd probably try the well-dressed ones. I'd assume they'd know significantly more than just the hired hands.
So I'd say you kind of step out of line a little bit, kind of scoot your way to one of the more militarized areas towards the front. There's probably a group about 5 or 6 that looks like they're kind of sitting there. Some have their arms crossed, just kind of watching over. And as you kind of like just make your way towards you, they kind of, some of them drop their arms and they put their hands on their hilts, and they kind of just wait for you to say anything towards them.
I'll do a little curtsy, and I'll say, "How do you do, fellow great soldiers?" You know, really lay it on thick to them.
What's it?
The my charms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You almost feel as they all have like plated visors, so you really can't make out any facial expressions. These, you feel like cold stares back at you that are like militaristic and like efficient almost in their demeanor.
What's got you all riled up out here? What's with all the eyes?
Yeah. One guy kind of speaks up. What will we say here? If you're seeking entry, get in line.
Oh, I'm already in line. I'm with some people down there. I'm just wondering, like, you know, you guys look so gussied up for something. Mind spilling some tea to this old gal?
Yeah.
And I like wink.
Nice.
He kind of says, "We're here to keep the peace, nothing more. So I recommend you get back to your group before you start to squabble."
Oh, a squabble? No one's gonna get into any fights. We're just using our words, right? And then that's gonna be an intimidation.
An intimidation check? Okay.
Dude, we
Okay.
can't let him go alone ever.
All right. So you were currently you're standing there, trying to intimidate. It looks like 5 or 6 of the Capitol guards in the
Nice.
region.
We don't know.
How
him.
dare they threaten me?
Go ahead and go and roll. I'd say roll with disadvantage on this one because the odds are really not stacked in your favor here.
Tegan's character needs to be broken out of prison.
It's like, what are you in for? Oh, they didn't let
Yeah.
my dragon in.
22 because so I got a 15 as the lowest, but I have 15 plus 7.
22. Would you believe that's still not the DC he needed?
That's fine.
That's not fine.
Yeah, almost unwavering, and they kind of take one step forward. I don't like repeating myself. I really would rather you get back in line.
I don't know. It already sounds like you're pretty much repeating yourself already. But I will go since I do not think you are so cooperative. And I just kind of like turn on my heels and just start stepping away, stomping away. And I cuss at them under my breath. I want them to know I'm upset.
And the second you step away, they kind of like fall back into like a small little circle and continue their conversation.
How did it go?
They're shitheads.
Okay.
Can you believe they tried to threaten me?
They
You a
threatened
princess all of
you?
a sudden?
They threatened me. They said there'd be a squabble if I didn't come back.
What is this
Huh?
accent you're doing right now?
That's you know.
That's Latino accent. What?
That's Latina. They said
I would
there'd be a
s-
squabble if I didn't come back. So
If you didn't come back?
yeah, if I didn't get back in line, they said there'd be a squabble.
Oh, did come back over here. Oh. So does that? Are they gonna let us through though?
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
Brand's actively in line.
Yeah. I think you guys have been in line this whole time. He just kind of stepped out,
Yeah.
wanted to go chat with somebody to see what was going on, and clearly he asked the wrong people.
Yeah.
Those guys suck.
Sorry to hear that.
That's okay. I guess
You
not
saved
everyone
your
can
spot.
realize with these charms.
Yeah. There's your spot.
That's now only Lupin can appreciate my charms.
So as I would say, as you guys make your way up forward to the to like the next kind of little queue, where you see that it kind of splits off into like a couple different lines, where it's like the wagon people go this way, and like the single or walking parties kind of go this way. So you guys obviously fall into the wagon track. You can hear that there's somewhat of a little commotion or maybe a disagreement over in the other line. You guys kind of look over, and you can see where there appears to be some sort of disagreement per se. Of you can hear them. They're like, "Look, we told you, lady. If you don't pay, you can't get in. There's no exceptions." And you can just see this almost like a woman with like elvish features and like a longish like blue spot to her hair, standing with it appears to be like a dragon, a small little dragon. And they're kind of sitting there, and you can see the dragon's kind of like huffing, almost like matching their master's angst, as they're unsure why they can't get in. But I mean, that's all you can really hear from the brief conversation.
Do they look like guards?
They look like they're guards. They're not the heavily armored people, but they look like they're somebody in charge of either collecting tolls or something at this gate.
To Brand, I'm just like, man, these guys are real tool bags, huh?
I mean, she doesn't have access to get in. Don't know
I
what
mean,
she's
but, like,
expecting.
I don't know. Did they make us pay to get in?
You are basically the next people in line. Like I said, you're in the group line, so you're waiting for them to kind of pay their toll, and then you'll be able to enter into the city.
Would Brand be able to get a good look of this person from this distance?
You make a perception check.
Okay. God, you better hope I roll high. Take it. 16.
16. Okay. So looking over, would you like to describe your character? What they see? Just describe whatever you look like. Just you standing there, whatever you look like.
Elf.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
Why are you not doing it?
Just describe your character. What do they see? You just. I'd say maybe the first thing you see is some sort of like blue creature that you've never seen something like these before. How would you describe what would Ghidorah look like?
Yeah, what's Ghidorah look like?
Looks like he looks like a little dragon that has like some muscle to him, and he's got
Ooh.
little baby wings and a tail.
Ooh.
He's got little horns, and they're like pale yellow. He has like sass in his face, like his whole face looks like a resting sass face.
This man's more animated than me.
Yeah.
What about the lady?
What does the lady look like?
Lady's tall, long hair.
Okay.
She has glasses.
Is it in a braid?
Yes. Braid,
Hmm.
long hair. It's kind
What
of
color?
like a dark brown, but then there's like light blue streaks in the hair that sort of match the dragon's color.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
She's wearing glasses, but she has like a big bow. She's she's tall.
Yep, I'd say that's probably what you're able to see.
Uh,
Not taller than me.
Brand, is immediately just going to go. Oh shit.
Good guy syndrome coming in.
What I miss?
Damn it.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, Kieran, come with me real quick.
Catch me up.
I was like, sit Val, sit Val.
Catch me up.
Kieran
you
hops
two-
down.
Lupin, Val, can you two hold our spots in line?
Well, hold on. Val might
Wait.
also want in on this because Val had
Catch me
beef
up real
with the
quick.
other guard.
Kieran,
Oh,
please,
right.
please.
They described Tegan's character.
Oh,
She's
okay.
there's basically a commotion at like
Yeah.
the line. So you guys are in the group line with your wagon, but she's entering as like a solo traveler, and for some reason there's a holdup over there. Now there's nothing in the rules that say you can't just skirt your whole party, and if you want to go in that line, that's up to you.
To Brandon, just like we just tell the guard she's with us, right?
Yeah.
She's with us. Is he all-
Yeah.
Lupin.
I'm just gonna go do that real quick. Hey! Hey! You lost your spot in line.
You see
Please.
this character with like a strawberry blonde hair, like weird black markings on like
Slight
his
stubble.
face. Yeah, a slight stubble, wearing it was kind of like a plate's knightly armor. Comes approaching to you and just starts yelling at you for some reason.
Hey! You you got lost. Didn't know we'd be able to find you. Sorry, guys. She's with us.
The guards kind of look confused. They're just like, it doesn't matter if she's lost. If you want to get in, you got to pay. There's that's the rules are the rules.
No,
We're already in line
yeah,
over here.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyways, thanks for your help, guys. Thanks a ton. And he's just gonna start. He's gonna gently grab a
Whatever this
Release.
character's name,
The lady,
the lady.
elven lady.
Well, I mean, Brand knows.
Oh,
We don't know.
who?
He's gonna grab her and just kind of usher her quickly away from these guards before we get in trouble.
And the guards are kinda
Thanks so
like-
much, guys.
They just look really confused, but they're like, alrighty. They kind of just, all right, next.
Hey, what the hell are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Nice.
He just kind of very disappointedly grimaces and is like, damn, she got me. I am here with some people on a mission. You couldn't get in? Why couldn't you get in?
Didn't have the money.
I don't have to pay to get into a city. I should have to.
I mean, yeah, you're right, but I mean, oh god, how much is it to pay?
3 silver.
Wow, this is really good info. You're really not gonna fork up 3 silver?
That's a lot of money.
Says Val, who
Inflation.
has Lupin carry all their money. He's like, I don't have anything. I'm just a girl.
I'm just a girl.
How much coin do you have?
I lost it on the way
You
here.
lost it? You have, a
Yeah.
pet, you have a pet drake that can guard you at all times. How would you lose it?
You ever try getting ambushed?
Okay, alright. He's gonna begrudgingly reach into his back pocket, hand her 3 silver.
Whoa.
I just grab
Big
put it in my
spender
pocket.
over here.
Whoa. We're just laying down. We're just freeloading.
Alright.
Ghidorah just looks happy because he's like, oh, I know this guy.
Brand's gonna look at the dragon and just be like, "Oh god." Anyways,
Kieran from a few steps away is looking at him. Is like, why are they talking for so long?
I assume
We don't
would
even
have
know
been
this
walking.
person.
We've been
Oh.
walking and talking, so we're probably almost there.
Yeah, so you've showed up at this point.
Yeah. Hey everyone! This is an old friend of mine. Is,
Wait, you actually knew her?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
that's why. Yeah. It was coincidence that you see you're a good person. You were just ready to spring in and help. I was.
Well, I was
100%
starting to
not going
think you
do
were a
that.
good person too.
Okay, all
And
right.
then now it's just,
You could still think I might be one.
we'll see.
I still helped her, right? This is Rainice, by the way.
Hello.
Kieran, nice to meet you. How do you guys? Oh, and those others too.
Lupin.
Mm.
Hello.
And
Val like peeks over Lupin's shoulder. I'm Val.
You guys should describe what your characters look like, since this is the first time Tegan's seen them.
oh
What-
yeah,
What does she see?
who do we want to start with?
Val.
Oh wow, that unanimous decision. That's crazy. Unbelievable, honestly. Can I describe the new look? Is that all
Chat
right?
GPT.
Yeah, you can describe the new look.
Okay. So you'll on the back of Lupin's shoulder, and you'll just see like a pretty small, like short statured woman, just peeking over, white hair, but the front bangs have like this purple, like voided, like gradient to them. Dark skin, almost completely ebonic, and she's got black eyes with a bright purple like irises, and she looks very like friendly and open.
Lies.
But her smile is all sharp teeth, and that's she's just got a full toothed smile, and she just kind of like glares at you over his shoulder.
Kindle, say it. Toothy Maw.
Truthy Maw. Continue to describe your characters. I have to let Wallace outside because he's barking like shit.
Okay. All right.
Lupin
That's me.
Lupin.
or Val. Is Val done?
Val just been.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I described my assets. I don't know if my clothes matter that much.
Essence. Character.
I'm sorry.
Lupin. Half orc, 6 feet.
Google.
6 to 6'4" height, 6 feet 4 inches, or just 6 feet. I don't remember what color I made Lupin. Skin color was.
You don't know? Wait. Is he 6 foot or is he 6'4"?
6'4".
Somewhere.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying he's around that height.
Big
Sorry.
half orc. Never chose his skin. Oh no, brown skin color, black hair. Wearing a what do you call it? A puffy vest, pants. That's it. That's pretty much Lupin.
What about your weapon?
Wait, what?
What about your weapon?
What was my weapon? Great axe. Great axe on my back.
Nice.
And me?
See.
Yep.
As you two walk back up to the carriage that's in line, sitting up on the edge with his feet kicking, bare feet, kicking over the side, happily, is a green-skinned elf with very young, boyish, I guess, but he's like, I think I'd put him at like 200 or 300 years, so he's more like adults, 20s or 30s, I guess. I guess 20s maybe. But yeah, green hair, braided back with like pink, light pink, and like darker pink, like braided through. He has like some glowing scars amongst him. green glowing eyes. What else? That's pretty much it, right?
Slutty midriff.
Yeah, slutty midriff. Loose, baggy monk pants. He has the like bands that he ties off, and the like lower legs and shit.
No shoes.
Yeah, dogs out.
Bare feet,
Almost
the
20.
gore.
No wonder something
Ripper's out.
Ripper's
smells.
out.
Yeah.
Hey, it's just earthy.
Mm-hmm. Pungent.
And you know what I look like.
Oh, and on Kieran's side, he has like various like pouches and like almost like alchemist type stuff. He collects weird shit. And yeah, and then you know Bran.
Yeah. You know Brand.
Mm-hmm.
Describe Brand. Did he change?
Not by anyone else.
I already described it earlier when I took off my helmet.
He's
Were they here
gone.
for that?
Oh. I think Kendall. I'm pretty sure I've described my character 3 times this session
That's-
already.
It's fine.
Is he not back yet?
No.
No.
I have a black dress with gold trim.
Okay.
Oh.
You got an image of all those people who've taken.
Yes. Totally.
Okay, cool.
I honestly forgot how tall I am. I think I'm like fucking tiny.
Oh, if I didn't mention he's like 5'10"-ish.
Is
Oh,
is Lupin the tallest?
I'm 5 flat. Yikes.
I just figure half orcs are tall, so I just get a random number.
I wanted to
How
do.
tall is-
What?
Sorry.
Who?
No, you.
I was just gonna say that I wanted to just be like slightly shorter for elves.
Fun.
How tall is Rhaenys? I forgot.
She said tall.
Did we go through that when we made my character?
Let's figure it out right now.
stand
That's all
stand
the
next
numbers.
to me.
Pick
Throw-
any
throw a
random,
number.
pick any
All right, I'm
random
back.
number you want.
Welcome back.
How tall are they normally?
What are you, elf?
Uh,
I don't know about females.
Probably 6 and up. Like elves are always tall and slender. That's their
So she's pretty
gabagoos.
tall.
6, I guess.
Everyone's taller than me. This is unacceptable.
Short stuff.
elves can differ in
Oh,
height.
please call me short stuff more.
Oh God.
It really doesn't matter.
Oh, and don't mind them two. They have a relationship.
No.
Yes, we're in love.
Looks
No.
puzzled.
No.
It seems pretty one-sided.
It's unrecorded.
judge.
That's all.
So what are you gonna do to change that?
We're acquaintances.
Oh, I like cough up blood from that pain.
Damn, Jesus.
Psychic damage.
It's true.
She's
True
like a
abstract lore.
Friend zoned.
Anyway, I would say after getting roughly acquainted, you guys are able to get to the front of the line where you're next. The entry is 3 silver per person to enter. In order to be able to just be in Lunsk and experience the quote-unquote festivities that is currently happening.
Yep. -6 for me.
You said it's silver.
Silver. 3 silver.
We've gotten paid in gold recently. Can I use gold to pay for the lot of us?
If you would like,
I'll do that.
Oh, thanks.
I think it'd be 1.5 gold.
I can give you your 3 back.
Oh,
Just keep it.
Do we have to pay for the dragon?
What
No.
dragon?
My dragon.
you don't see the dragon?
No, I'm saying like what dragon? Like we're hiding the dragon. Okay.
Just messing with
You actually got ambushed, right? You're not lying to me. He's gonna squint his eyes real hard.
I'm not lying.
Leonardo DiCaprio squinted.
I was ready to roll. I was ready.
Um,
All right.
Let's see. Yep, you guys are able to pay for basically your entrance. I lost my thing. Where did it go? Guess I'm gonna leave it on that one. Okay. And you're able to enter basically the town there. You can see where it's kind of a lot of commotion in here. You see less of the general rabble of the people. These are more like you see the occasional poorish kind of group, but most of these people here look like they're decently well off that are actually in the city at the moment who are willing to pay the toll to come in. They're kind of walking back and forth. You see some groups like prayer circles that are kind of like chanting and doing their own kind of religious rites. They feel like some of them look like there's a group of like merchants that look like they're selling trinkets and little baubles and things like that. You kind of continue up the path up to, I imagine you guys are going to the temple now.
Well rested.
If we
Good to
are,
go.
Kieran is getting very distracted very easily, so I think Branda's having to pull Kieran along every once in a while as he gets distracted by little
Yeah.
tents and shops.
Yeah, we got some business up here. Good running into you again, Rainies.
Did the guy we did meet again?
Yeah. Yeah.
How'd you guys say you know each other?
Long story.
Yeah, I don't really remember.
Good cover.
Kieran squints at Brand. And then it's just like that, the Lord of the Rings. All right, then keep your secrets.
Are you so what are you actually doing here? Are you just visiting? Are you just hanging out?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh. Just traveling. Just traveling through this area.
Are you still
Traveling?
stealing things that you're not supposed to?
What?
Are you still stealing things that you're not supposed to?
No.
He looks down at the Drake.
No.
Well, I mean, are there things that you're supposed to steal?
I mean, there's
Yeah.
things that are much more understandable if you steal, depending on the situation.
Did you teach
can't
me to
tell
steal
this
somebody's
little guy
heart?
is not understandable to steal.
He wasn't
You
a
stole
little
that thing?
guy when you stole him.
Oh,
You to work.
Wasn't?
You just like he gives you guys like just the biggest puppy dog eyes, like staring, just like.
he's like, somebody's got a treat somewhere. What are you doing here?
I am. Hey, I have an idea. I feel like we should have a private conversation real quick. Guys, I'll meet you at the temple. They don't watch. They just stay there.
I was like, no,
They
nobody's
stay there and
moved.
watch.
Stone-eyed on you.
Kieran slowly turns and looks at Lupin and Val, kind of disappointed that he's stuck with them. He's like,
So,
all right.
At least it's us.
Funnel cake, get your
You-
funnel cakes. Ooh, funnel
Kier-
cake.
Kieran, book in hand, looks to look, funnel cake, looks back to book. Huh. You heard him. Let's go turn in the book.
Make a player's will check.
oh.
So, is it
it's-
low gives in?
I'd say yes. So roll a d20. 11 and 20, you go with the book. 1 through 10, you go get funnel cake.
Hell yeah, funnel cake.
Cartoonishly, there's a book that just floats in the air for just a second and then flops down as Kieran is no longer there. He is gone. He smelt it. He heard them calling it out. He's not. He's gone.
So the tome kind of sits in the air and then there's just a as the tome is currently sitting on the ground as Val and Kieran have now walked over to the funnel cake vendor.
Oh.
Oh, me too. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, you said you were going.
Bro, funnel
Does
cake?
Lupin just stand there waiting for both to return?
I just
I don't know. What does Lupin do?
I'm just. It can eat funnel cake.
No, wait. Yippee!
The book's just sitting in the carriage.
Yeah,
Leave them for 2 seconds.
you looked. Yeah, I'd say as you kind of like turn back, you're like, "What the fuck? Where did they go? The cart's there."
I'm sitting in the cart or on the cart in the cart.
Oh, okay.
Bring you some back.
Anyway, what were you saying?
DM, I'm actually gonna request something.
Okay.
You tell me if you're down for it or not. Could I ask everyone else to leave and whisper with you and Rhaenys?
Just go to
Oh.
the other channel.
Yeah.
We can do that real quick. Where is the?
Are we leaving or are you leaving?
No, you stay here. You stay here.
Okay.
Let's go in right now.
I was like, the fuck we leaving for? The fuck?
Hey, hell yeah, we get to have funnel cake, boy.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah.
Lupin can't have fun. I gotta keep this body.
Yeah, you gotta keep your buddy all for Val.
Friends.
So Kieran will bring you back some, and you say no. It's already gone.
I want to slide of hand and steal some.
Please don't. Let's not get into a fight.
I mean, who's gonna fight us over a funnel cake?
I would. You're stealing my product, you motherfucker.
My grandma, my cabbages.
It's gonna be the level 20 retired adventurer settled down to make funnel cake for fun. And you try to steal it, he's just like, I'm gonna end your life.
Yeah. He's like, my grandma made these. That's my grandma's recipe, and you stole my grandma.
You stole the whole grandma.
Is Val updated in D&D Beyond?
No, I haven't dragged it over. I was gonna wait till this Kendall said something about we're supposed to have some transition.
Oh, hold on.
So I was gonna do that. I got rid of most of my bone stuff on my armor, so now I'm a lot more leather and cloth, which I think is better.
Pretty much what Lupin, I think. Forgot what barbarians are supposed to wear, actually.
I think they can wear medium and still rage.
I think medium. I can't forget. I don't remember a lot of my stuff.
Adam, quick.
Bro, I don't know. I've never played barbarian.
It says
I think it's
light
medium.
medium armor, shields. Try to make it more like look like Thor, if that helps you guys picture Lupin.
Oh, okay, wicked. So you're blonde now?
No, it's still black hair, but like the Thor physique. I can't speak.
Yeah. I want more powder on this funnel cake.
I actually want one of those vests, those puffy vests. Nope.
Puffy vest of funnel cake?
No, play what Lupin's wear.
What? That's a good one, Adam.
Oh shit! What's happening here?
Whoa.
What's happening with that funnel cake?
We're hearing about Lupin's physique and how he can't.
Oh
eat
my
funnel cake.
gosh.
Oh my god!
we're going all in on Lupin's
We were-
physique.
This guy doesn't eat funnel cake. It's
Yeah.
protein.
We're like, yeah, we all get to eat funnel cake, and he was like, not me. I gotta keep this 6-pack. And we're like, all right,
Nice.
more for
nice.
us.
Brandon, Rhaenys, and Ghidorah are walking back. You guys take the book already?
No,
There's powdered sugar everywhere.
Yeah, you guys are just you're down 2 copper, and you guys are just fistful of like funnel cake in either hand, powdered sugar, maple syrup, random strawberries, and you're just like, "There's a book."
reach for a strawberry at least.
Brandon's just casually reach for whoever has the book and just take it.
It's on the seat.
Just very
Carriage.
gently. Oh, okay. He's gonna gently take that. Was the funnel cake good?
I saved you one.
It's
Lupin
gone.
didn't want the other one. What?
So you bought one for him. All right, cool. Yeah, sure.
What?
Well, I bought an extra one that Lupin didn't want, so you can have.
But
Unless you want me to go buy another one.
As you look for that funnel cake, the extra one, you're like, where's the funnel? And you
Oh.
just see Ghidorah up,
No.
just gone in like 2 gulps.
I'll buy more.
Brain's bad eye twitches, seeing Ghidorah being a pain in his ass. It's
You just see
fine.
him go with like a little of like electricity coming out of his mouth when he finishes.
It's fine. We can just go take the book.
Whoa.
Rhaenys
Is it
is
my
gonna
thing?
be. Rhaenys is kind of I don't know how to put this.
Tagging along.
Yeah, she's tagging along. She doesn't do well alone, besides Ghidorah.
Oh,
So she's gonna be tagged along with us for a little bit.
Sounds
that's
good.
fine.
All right, we gotta go take this book back to this cult.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Yes.
help us with stuff,
Yes.
and I'm gonna go
Alright.
do that right now.
So, you guys are able to make your way. It takes probably 10 to 15 minutes to peruse through the crowd, a little bit longer than it usually would take as you're making your way, basically up to the temple itself. You can see up towards the actual temple itself. There appears to be a lot of there's like a heavy guard presence. Both the like the national capital guards that you can see, as well as the provincial local areas. These guys are a little bit less armored, and they are what's it called? They're kind of just keeping the peace. They're not. There's no toll. There's nothing else to get up here. But you're able to finally make your way up into the temple itself. And so we're gonna take a quick break. Off, you guys had just made it to the actual temple of Empyrus in Lunsk. You notice that there's a lot of people that are kind of meandering around. Like I said, there's a heavy kind of guard presence at the top. As this is almost probably something important to the festival itself. Is this area up there? So you can see there's people who are in like a massed, almost a choir type setting that are they're kind of praying and or going over like chants and kind of like songs. There's incense being burned as you're kind of making your way inside the actual temple grounds itself. A very kind of smoky essence. There's a lot of earthy smells and tones that you can kind of get from here. You kind of meander around and you're like, I think I remember where Damocles' place was.
Hey, where's Damocles?
Who do you ask?
Hey, you. Hey. He's just gonna grab the first person he sees.
Yeah.
Hey, where's Damocles?
You describe like a random partitioner, and he's like, who? I don't know.
Damocles,
that is.
guy who's like in charge. Is he not in charge of this place?
I don't. It's this guy's kind of looking around.
You okay?
Who are you?
Democles.
I'm here to see
D-E-
Damocles.
And he just like he gets out of your drink and just like takes off down the hallway.
Starts spelling his name out.
Okay, that guy was weird. Hey, you.
Next guy. Just waiting for it.
Does anyone remember where Damocles' office was? How do the
Nope.
people not know where he is?
I would say you would remember where he is. You can.
I
you can-
remember, guys. Follow me.
Yeah. I was like,
after torturing that guy.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was
Yeah.
like, why are you just asking these random? Like you've been there before. Just
I'm trying to roleplay, man.
You're fine. You're fine. It's you're,
Roleplay.
okay. So you're gonna make it
It's been
to
so long.
you're gonna make it to where his basically his chambers are, where he had like his study that he spoke to you guys before in. You kind of like gently knock on the door and push it open. And you can see kind of hunched over a bunch of paperwork, and you can see there's books and tomes and scrolls, and he's a handful of like floating lanterns that are kind of illuminating the room itself. And he looks a little stressed, he looks a little busy. But as you kind of enter, he kind of looks up and he's like, if there's any more deliveries or petitioners, just tell them to. I'll be out there when I can.
Your job's done.
He's like, job? What job? And he looks up. He's like, oh my. Okay. He immediately drops the shit that he's doing. He gets up and he kind of like fluffs his robe a little bit, and he kind of makes his way. The the job's done.
Job's
Take a
done.
look in the book.
Brain's holding on to the
Reading.
book though.
He kind of
Don't
looks.
look at the book.
He's like, "Oh, may I?" And he's holding his hands out.
Do you remember what your end of the deal was?
Yes, yes, I do.
What was it?
You need to know how to cleanse an evil.
All right. He just tosses it
Enough
to
for
him.
me.
Yeah, okay. It's I believe.
That was me RPing. I completely forgot.
Oh, okay. So he takes it there and he sits in his hands, and you can see like his eyes kind of just widen for a second, and they kind of like roll back to the back of his head. He's, it's like a chill rolls down his spine. He's like, oh, that was strange. Did you
He
touch
just-
the book?
Oh my
Oh.
god! You good? Check his pants. Christ.
Demi,
No.
Jesus, Demi,
Not
come.
that way. Not that way. Like he's almost like there's an energy to the book that he was not.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
He's not creaming. He's so happy he got the book.
Dude, you described it. He rolled his eyes back, chilled down his spine, and he moaned. I'm like, golly.
Oh, like a chill on the spine. I'm thinking
Oh,
like,
okay. Sorry. That's my.
It's powerful. Yeah, he's gonna flip it over to the third page. It's just fucking booba. He's like, I'm
It's
like,
just smut. It's
he's
just
just finally
Max.
the Gooner tome returns home.
The Gooner Tome returns home is a good one.
Did you ask if we touched it?
Yes. Did any of you feel this energy? And he looks at you almost kind of like worried as he's like going back and forth to like looking at your eyes.
Brand looks around confused.
I
No?
don't think so.
Touched.
I think
Yeah,
I
he's-
remember if I touched it.
Yeah, he looks. He's like, okay. He goes back and forth, and he sees. He sets it on his desk, and then he goes to like one of his bookshelves, and he pulls a handful of the scrolls and books out of the way, and he reaches his hand through the bookshelf. It's like a secret compartment, and you hear him like spin something, and it unlocks, and he opens, and he goes into there, and he pulls out what appears to be, maybe like a foot by a foot and a half or so. It looks like a lockbox of some kind, with it looks like it has arcane scribings on it, and there's a couple bolted chains to it. As he takes it, sets it on his desk, and he rummages in his pockets and unlocks it, flips it open, sets the tome inside, and shuts it and then locks it back. And he's like, he takes a very deep, long pause and a deep breath. It's like he kind of looks back at you all. And I'm almost shocked that you didn't feel this energy emanating from this tome.
Do you want us to touch it?
No. It's safe where it is now, and these arcane inscribings were passed on to this containment by my forefathers in the temple. This is probably the safest this can be. So he takes it, he sets it back into the shelf, and then he kind of closes the thing, and he puts the books back into this place. Oh, I'll have to look into that when I have some of my other scholars. Whenever we have a few brief moments, as you can see, we are
Playing
quite busy at the moment.
Did you kick out all the heretics or whatever you call them?
Kick out the heretics?
The people who broke off?
Did you not slay all of them?
We did, but there was literally all right, DM. I'm pretty sure there was some that were like still in like this temple or something when we last showed up and took the quest.
Was there?
It's
That's
been
kinda
5
weird.
months. It's been 5 months. Wash that conversation.
Okay.
We slayed all of them. Pay us. We slayed all
Yeah.
of them. Pay us.
But, okay. I don't have all the information because it is past my mind that this gathering had occurred that you're almost right in the middle of. If you give me like another day or so and let this pass, I will have exactly what you need to do. ready and all the materials and all for that. But I do have something for you as a small token of my appreciation on top of this. Think of it as like an extra gift. Come this way. And he takes you over to like one of the other little sides, and he's going to give each you guys a little token that I had you roll for.
Ooh.
Oh,
This is why I wanted the D100.
oh God.
I don't remember that
man.
at all. Well, sure.
You
Oh,
weren't
you were
here,
here for
but
it.
you got something for free. All right.
Ooh.
We'll go the lowest to highest. So I think Kieran technically will the lowest.
43.
43. So he kind of looks over his little area, pulls open like a little chest, and he pulls out what appears to be a very ornate coin. And he's like,
Ooh.
"This is for you."
Thank you.
On one side, it looks like it's a phantom skull, and the other side, it looks like a temple building.
Hmm.
This is a very sacred, but useful trinket. You seem to be not much of a deceiving kind, but more of a prankster than your fellow compatriots. I thought this would suit you the best. This is a phantom coin to which you can flip it, and you always choose the outcome.
Oh.
So if you wanted to be heads, it'll always be heads. If you wanted to be tails, it'll always be tails. So anytime that you need to gamble or do something, you can almost guarantee the outcome. It is a magical incantation that does that. So if someone does detect magic or something, they'd be like, "Now that's like a trick coin or something." They would get the illusion enchantment that's on there. He looks over to Lupin next, and he's like, "You seem someone who's very brash, so maybe something a little more subtle would help you out here." He goes into his trinkets, and he pulls out what appears to be some sort of key with a temple inscribed on the edge of it. He hands you this key. This is a magical key, but it only works on occasion, per se. Basically, what it can do once per day, it'll open up any lock one time.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Hell
So
yeah.
if you have a door that's locked, you could just unlock it, but it only works once per day.
He unlocks the chest that holds the book.
Yeah, I'll get it there. It's like, no.
No.
Any physical lock. If it's like an arcane lock onto anything, that it doesn't work that way. But if it is locked, you can unlock it. He looks towards Val, who rolled the next one. You seem someone who likes to, I don't want to say get in over their head, but you seem a little gung-ho, and maybe something would help you out a little bit if you got a little too egregious. And he pulls out what appears to be some sort of like necklace that has like a little temple insignia on it. This is just a parapet of wound closure for you.
Well, that's really good.
Oh, fun.
Basically, if you go down, you would, I think, automatically succeed on all your death saves, to which you would be back with 1 HP. I think it happens like, I can look it up for you, but it's called a parapet of wound closure.
I see it.
I'll, put that there for you so you can see that. Bow.
Oh, wow.
It didn't say the other one, yet,
I-
but it's an uncommon
I see
item.
what- I see the thing in addition whenever you roll a hit die. That's really helpful.
And then for
Thank
Brand,
you.
who rolled a 100, and for you, I feel like something that you may just on occasion need more luck on your side. And he gives you a 6-sided die. It's known as the gambler's dice. What you could do once per day, for any ability check or saving throw, you can roll that d6 and add it to the total.
Ooh.
Okay.
And I don't believe I've met this fair lady. Is that a... What is that? Is that a lizard?
Eudora kind of growls.
Oh, I was gonna say Jesus Christ, but he's like Imperious on high.
Nice, nice.
Is that? Oh, I do apologize. I think we've met.
She's new.
Yes.
She helped a lot during the fight. You probably should reward
Roll a persuasion check.
her.
I was like, was she even there?
she She saved all of us. And probably we wouldn't have gotten that book. That's a natural 16. Let me add my modifier, which is persuasion plus 8. So 24.
Okay.
She, I'm gonna be honest. If she wasn't there, we would have probably all perished. I think they were trying to burn the book too. She shot the
yes.
guy holding the book that was about to burn it.
Wow.
Just in time.
You look like someone. Oh God, I don't know. He's like flipping through the things. This will be just the thing. He goes into the thing and he pulls out a set of earrings. They have like little skull and little like temples on it. And he hands you the earrings. Very mindful of where Ghidorah is and to try to not get bitten. Basically, you can use the earrings and you can cast Speak with Dead once per day.
Ooh.
So that's like a magical item that you can just use. So you can be like, I want to speak with dead. I activate Speak with Dead, and then that's where you raise the body up, and then you can ask it 5 questions.
5 questions.
Yep, it's like, can I ask you questions? And it'd be like 1.
Is this guy like older guy?
He's probably an older guy. I think I described him as an older male human, probably in his 40s or 50s. He had I think he had longer black hair, like a refined kind of beard. He wore nice regal robes. He's in charge of this temple, and he's the one that gave them a quest to go retrieve this tome.
Oh, thanks, old man.
Dimocles, if you would. But yes, I do intend to keep my end of the bargain. Keep that Rankin away from me. This is very yapping. But yes, I do appreciate. I will keep on my end. I just return after these festivities have concluded, and I will have all the ritual components and all the cleansing materials you'll need to travel back and complete your task.
Speaking of, what's with the festivities? What's going on?
I'm glad you asked. Now I can give you a lore dump. Welcome. He describes what's happening now. This whole festival is known as the Pilgrimage of the Veil. He describes this every year as the Veil of Twilight descends upon the land. Hundreds of pilgrims make their way to Lunsk, drawn by an ancient legend that speaks of atonement, revelation, and the thinning of the barrier between life and death. He says, long ago, it was said that a great prophet of a forgotten god, one that they no longer worship, was struck down in Lunsk during a time of unrest and upheaval. Before that prophet passed, they uttered a prophecy in their dying gasps. When the sun bleeds and the veil thins, the lost shall find their way, and the faithful shall hear the whispers of the beyond. Since then, every year, during the first days of autumn, when the sky is painted in a deep crimson and ashen gray, the devout and the desperate travel to Lunsk seeking visions, forgiveness, or communion with lost souls. This is like kind of a multi-day festivities thing that they have there, which are marked by 3 main events that happen each night. I will give you those if you'd like. Let me go back to where I had it. Ooh, all right. Go back. Band festival. Oh, I've lost where it is. I think it was something like this. So there's 3 main things. What's that? Okay. The first one is it's known as the Procession of the Echoes. It's the first night where they kind of have lanterns and there's like chanting as they go along the city. And it's just like a big kind of march or like a parade per se. But it's kind of like somber, very eerie, kind of spooky. There's kind of like the chanting, people are, they kind of celebrate the dead in some way that way. The second night, this is where it is known as the Night of Whispers. This is where the town will get very eerily quiet, and people almost like trek or cling to different like artifacts that they've made as a remembrance. They try to communicate with those have passed, and those beyond. Some try to pine for forgiveness to forgotten gods. And then the last one is called the Soul Stone Ceremony. During this big festival, they basically wheel in a huge like monument thing, basically to the center of the temple. Um, it looks like a veined rock, almost like think of like an ore or something would be from there. And they use the ceremony to try to commune with the spirits, to which sometimes you'll hear whispers or visions and sparks of madness, and it's like a big, almost kind of like a hysteria thing. But they try to invoke the power of the stone, and then sometimes, depending on what the stone does, is different reactions. Sometimes you get good omens, and sometimes you get bad omens from it, and sometimes people are chosen. A lot of things can happen from there. It just kind of depends. But that's what he describes. So you're on the second night now. They're gonna have the second part, so that'd be the Night of the Whispers. So you might hear a lot of chanting and things like that if you stay in the town this evening.
Oh, lucky us.
So this is the main night that they're trying to talk to the dead?
This is
Or-
it's kind of like it's over 3 days. They kind of really do it, but this is one of the
okay.
ones where they do that. There's less pomp and
Okay.
circumstance. It's more of like, hey, this is just what's happening.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Well,
Nice. So what would you like to do now?
I gotta go to a blacksmith.
right. I guess we could start there.
I will say
He
you may not be
doesn't-
able to do it tonight, as most of the shops are closing. You got into town around like 6 or so, kind of went through the whole thing, went up to the temple. So most are probably closed for the to be respectful of the ceremonies. You may see people who are sharing like trinkets and stuff, but no, the businesses that actually exist in Lunsk are probably going to be open at the moment, besides taverns and inns.
And the guy we're talking to right now doesn't really have anything else that he needs us to do at the moment.
That's it out at the moment.
Okay.
He just asks you to return whatever the festival ends.
I mean, there's still Questport in town if we need something to do other than the fair stuff.
We could rest and enjoy ourselves for a little bit.
We could also do that.
More funnel cake.
Oh man, it's gonna be hard to find like a inn though, isn't it? Or should we be like the people that camp outside?
I don't know. Let's go find out. Brain's gonna just walk to an inn.
Let's see. I would say everybody can roll a perception check.
Oh,
Oh, I love looking.
everybody. 16.
Kieran is once again distracted as he rolls a natural one.
Nice. That made us think about that
Ooh.
funnel cake.
So tasty.
18.
Okay.
Kieran's thinking, man, that's a lot of weird shit that these humans got going on, weird traditions, but man, their food was good.
Right. I would say you guys would happen upon an area at lunch that you haven't visited. So, as I said, it's kind of set upon like a big cliffside with the river kind of runs through it from there. You go to one of the more secluded under areas that we are kind of avoiding a lot of the big traveling area in the marketplace and all that. You find a place known as the Hollow Hearth. In the Lunsk underbelly, kind of near like the cliffside, is a favored place for travelers, mercenaries, and those to keep secretive of their business. It is equal parts of a inn and kind of like a cathedral. It's basically built out of the crumbling remains of what used to be a very nice cathedral before they rebuilt a big temple on the top. So it kind of has like some churchy-esque areas. There's pew seating, but there's still tables and things like that. It's very unique. As you were able to kind of enter, you see it's not super crowded, but people are kind of tucked away to their little nestles in their corners. You see there's a big open, like stained glass kind of sides to it. You can see there's big holes actually in the ceiling where you're seeing almost like the moonlight peer through from there. You kind of smell like various different herbs and spices of someone cooking in the kitchen, probably like a big stew of some kind that they're serving out. Spices, there's like a couple different like beer-like smells, some are like hoppy, and then there's like a tobacco smoke that is always kind of permeating through the air. It's very like earthy smell. Basically in the center towards like some of the back where it looks like where they would have had the priest or whoever give like their ceremonies, it's a big hearth that goes all the way up to the ceiling, where they just have a fire that's constantly being stoked. But it looks like the fire never goes out.
Is there a reason the fire needs to be staying lit?
Keep it nice and cozy.
Mhm.
This place is quite nice. I hope they have a place or rooms for us. Does there seem to be a like front desk anywhere?
Mhm. There appears to be. You kind of look over to you have kind of like a let's see, a restaurant-esque kind of area back towards the hearth where everybody are kind of eating. Before you go down there, down some stairs, towards the top where you kind of just enter, there appears to be kind of like a bookkeep kind of guy. Looks like he's kind of checking in a couple patrons. He's handing out keys, and it looks like they have numbers attached to them from there. This guy looks like to be a very broad-shouldered man with like a scar over his eye.
Is there a bar?
There's a bar downstairs, well, down those little stairs into like a main kitchen gathering communion area.
So we got to order a room first.
Yeah, I'd say you could.
Okay.
But I hope it's a better breakfast.
Can I go over to the guy if he's available?
Mhm. He kind of gives you
like-
like a gruff kind of look, and he just stares at you. Oh, welcome.
Hello. How many rooms do you have available?
Oh, how much do you have to spend? Are you afraid of ghosts?
No.
Right.
I'm
No.
afraid of no ghost.
Hold on, let me check with Brand. Brand, do we have any problems with ghosts?
Not unless the ghost has problems with me.
All right, I think that's a good answer. Yeah.
Valid.
Yeah.
I have
Do you have 2 rooms?
plenty of rooms in the catacombs.
Oh. Just the catacombs?
Hang on, I have to check with Brand.
Great reveal. Yeah.
Brand, do we have problems with catacombs?
A little bit.
I assure you, they're furnished. It's not just the grave.
I mean, that's fine. And I could put like, and do you have anything else, or like, is that all that's available?
That is mostly what I have.
Alrighty then. Do you have 2 of those?
I have 3 if you need 3.
3. Are they that small?
It just depends on how much room you need. I don't.
I mean, what's like standard here? We're talking like 2 queens. We're talking like 1 big king.
He just scratches his head. He's like,
This guy's just shooting the shit with him.
You
at this
said
point.
furnished. Like how furnished?
you have a place to sleep.
How many people per room?
Yeah, that.
You
That's a
can
good
probably
question.
have 2 or 3 per room.
That's
3 if
great. We'll
you-
take 3.
Kieran's like counting, like pointing slowly at each person.
Hey, you're not going to be participating in that night of whispers, are you?
Are
Just
you
give me
are
a
you
hand.
asking the innkeeper?
I'm asking the innkeeper. Yeah.
Oh,
Is he participating in the Night of Whispers?
Yeah. I'm asking him. Hey, are you doing that or no?
I don't partake. I don't believe in ghosts. But
Okay,
some of the other
that's
people
good.
might.
Okay. Yeah. So do we just choose a room or
We just go to
Give money
the
and I
grave
will tell you
site.
where to go.
is no
Is
one
it-
staying here?
Yeah, there's
You take-
it's yeah. If you pay him coins, and he'll give you a key, and then you go down to your rooms.
You
Okay.
take gold.
It's a cold.
It is five. It's 5 silver a room.
5 silver a room. So that's like
One and a
there's
half
2
gold. Oh. He takes the 2 gold. He kind of like looks at you like down his brow, and he kind of makes the motion of you to like come closer, like with his finger.
I'm not gonna kiss you.
Hang on.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, kiss him.
Holy
He's gonna fucking kiss him. Or
Dude, I bet
worse.
if I joined, I would just hear sloppy sounds.
Some sloppy toppy from the innkeeper.
That'd be crazy.
It's on the friend zone veil.
But stop friend zoning me.
But
You're
that's
supposed
what
to
he
love
says.
me.
He gives you. Did you buy 3 rooms?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Okay, so he gives you a key that has like a red like little silk thing to it, or like a ribbon to indicate. A key that has like a little blue, and a one that has like an off gray. And he basically describes the doors are colored, so you can just go to like the things and open them up.
So he gave me a blue, a gray, and a red one.
Yes.
So I take the blue and the gray in the one hand, and I hold the red one in the other hand, and I look at that, and I hold it in my hand, and I look at him, and I'm like, "Are you serious?"
He says nothing else.
Is he
Alright.
colorblind?
I'll
He's one of his eyes are grayed over, so
No.
Glaucoma.
I hold up
Somewhat
the I hold up the blue and the gray ones up to like the center of the party. I'm like, all right, who wants which one?
Blue.
Yeah, blue.
okay. So you'll put the ladies will go to blue.
Okay.
Oh.
So
Women power.
the all right. So that's Kieran, Brand, and Lupin.
Mhm.
You guys
Sure.
feel comfortable with sharing one room, or do you guys want to split up? We have 3 technically.
I'll take the third.
Which one?
Wait, you said we have 3 rooms?
You have the gray room and the red room technically with the keys.
So yeah, Val and Rainice
Mhm.
just went to
Blue.
theirs. So now we have the gray, and we have a red.
Take the red.
You
Brandon
said the
takes-
red's haunted, by the way.
Oh.
So if you-
Unlucky
if-
Lupin. He takes the
I mean-
gray.
Well, they said that fits 2 to 3 people. I mean, all 3 of us can bunk in one room, and then we just like, if we get curious later, we can check out the red room. Or if you guys really don't feel comfortable sleeping in the same room, I don't mind sleeping in the red room. Ghosts don't bother me.
Those men get fucking choked
I-
out.
Yeah.
I'll go with the red room as well. I mean, I'm not really scared of ghosts either. So
I also trance, so I stay like kind of aware. So like, I don't think they would sneak up on me, but I don't know. They're tricky, I'm sure.
I'm gonna go to the bar.
Okay.
I'll just show up in a room later.
All right.
Jens needs a drink.
switch roles. Damn.
Me and Ben did. Me and Adam switched classes, and me and Ben switched roles. Ben's the moral compass now, and I'm the guy who's going to drink.
Well, I'm gonna go back to this gray room, Lupin.
I'll take the red
I'm
room.
staying in the gray room. If you want to go into the red room, you're welcome to. I might go check it out later. I don't know. some kind of.
The red room. Screw it.
You're taking the red room?
Why? Why the fuck not?
Well, now I kind of want to.
They're gonna throw away the gray key, and I'm gonna be forced to go to the red room too.
Let's hide the red. The
They're
gray
like,
key.
oh, they're gonna have such a nice
Oh.
sleepover. They're gonna have a pillow fight.
Lupin, do you want to stay in the haunted room together?
Sure. What,
Alright.
what did the ghost here to do? Touch us?
Right? That's what I'm saying. So I'll go take the gray key to Brand.
Hey, 2
Um,
orders of ale over here.
Damn. Really switch roles?
Are you taking 2? It's
Huh?
both
The
for you?
the bartender just points. Read the menu, son.
Damn.
What's on the menu?
Like that. Okay. He reads the menu. Slash me reads menu.
So green text.
/ me sends you the menu.
Be me at tavern. We have to read menu.
So they have a couple drinks. They have some common drinks, and then they have some festival drinks.
Okay.
So they have a like a black mead, which is like a rich spiced honey mead with some blackberries in it. There's the Witch's Drought, which is like a smoky whiskey with like drops of wolfsbane that like kind of it's a little pungent in the back. There's there's the House Classic. There's the Hollow Hearth Stout, very dark ale with a little metallic aftertaste, and it makes you feel very warm in your chest. And then they have the Red Vulture's Claw, which is like a deep crimson wine that most people like to enjoy just to sip.
What was the third one called?
The Hollow Hearth Stout.
Take that one.
I'm gonna take the Hollow Hearth Stout, whatever this thing. He points at it. That one.
Yep. There are 2 copper pieces each.
And then 2 copper pieces.
Oh, is Lupin beside me now?
Lupin took the key and he's like, and now I'm in this RP.
Kieran reaching from the other side, also placing down the key and coins. Oh, I can't believe they have witches drought here. They don't usually carry
You
that.
don't have any copper. I'll give him a
You've had it
silver.
before?
I give him a silver instead. I don't have
Well,
any copper.
You know the town that we were in, like when we first met?
Nope.
There was like that.
Oh.
Oh, so there was that rundown place like down near like, you know where that goblin was like trying to sell you that like. Never mind.
Oh,
say
you mean where the goblin was in the business suit?
Yeah.
Yeah. He did the little dance.
Yeah.
I can't believe
Yeah.
you bought it.
Oh,
I don't know what the fuck happened.
There's nothing to this.
That man really is. I go this way and you go this way.
Yeah. Yes,
Um,
and yes, and yes,
yeah.
and.
Yep.
So Lupin, you give him a silver, and the bartender kind of like he kind of stops what he's doing, serving the patrons. He kind of looks at you and he's like, he takes the silver with one finger, drags it there, puts it into his little pouch, and then he pulls out a piece of paper, and he just slides it towards you and goes back to exactly what he was doing. He doesn't give you that drink.
Damn it.
What's it say?
What's the paper say?
So you unfold it, and it has 2 things written on there. It says the Shroud, and below that it says Vine Wine.
Huh?
Some would say this might have been a secret menu he just paid for.
Oh.
What are the
I think
differences?
you're
Bro
too much
got
for the
premium. Premium alcoholism.
What are the differences between the two? Well,
There's
one's a
no
wine.
distinguishing characteristics. Yep. I think one's probably a drink and one's probably a wine, but there's no. Yeah, that is all that's on that paper.
Do I just circle and just hand it back to him?
Sure. Yeah. He just.
Brand's
he-
already
is he-
paid a copper.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like we
he-
only have 1 copy. What the fuck? Why'd you
Yeah.
draw on this?
Like, bro, copy. You don't have a photocopier. Gerardo with the he's gotta scribe another one now. It's 2 words. It take him all night. He comes back and he serves you guys the drinks that you ordered, and then he kind of looks over at Lupin. So
I'll just point at the not the wine one.
the Shroud.
Yeah.
He takes it. He's like, okay. Puts the little menu back in his pocket. He kind of walks up to the back.
Brand's already
Um,
drinking.
Let's see. You guys are all drinking the Hollow Heart Stout. This is like a dark ale with a, like I said, slight metallic kind of taste to it there. Some would say that because of it's like metallic, they're like, these barrels are so old because it's the most common thing that they sell, that they might be old and moldy. Others say it's because it's fortified. Like there's something that's giving the hearth like a bespoke taste.
Tasty.
It's got personality.
Yeah. It's definitely better than maybe some river water you may have been drinking on the trail. Bless
Oh
you.
my god. Ladybug.
Sorry.
The bartender after a few moments comes back, and he has like a tiny like little vial, like almost like a little goblet, and it has a very it's kind of like a smoky gray kind of liquid, and he just hands it to you there.
Whoa.
He also he sets out like a small plate of like peanuts and crackers and a couple sliced cheeses over in your guys' vicinity, so you guys can munch on. Kind of, yeah. A very cheapy one. A few moments later, a barmaid kind of comes back with a basket with like some bread loaves, and she kind of slices one and sets some bread over to you guys as well. This place is decently hospitable. This might be one of the most hospitable
Wait a
places you've
minute.
actually been to.
Yeah, this place is nice.
This place is called the Catacombs? What the fuck?
No, you're staying in the catacombs.
Oh.
This is the Hollow Hearth Inn.
Gotcha.
You're actually staying in it's kind of in a dingy part of the town, but like all of Lunsk is dingy, all of Atharis is dingy, so this is really not terrible. And you're like, all right, we're getting some decent. You kind of bite into the bread, a little stale. It's got a little character to it. It's almost
got
like
a little kick to it.
it's like you're eating croutons almost.
Oh.
Refresh.
Yeah, they don't grow a lot over here.
I wonder what the ladies are up to. They're just fighting ghosts.
Yeah, you're like, save me! Ah, there's a false Hydra down there.
They accidentally switched the ribbons.
Just fucking go! Zach Bagans is there. He's like, I got an EVP. Whoa, did you hear that? He's like, where's our camera crew down here?
Oh.
What's a camera?
But is there anything else you guys want to accomplish for the night? You're able to kind of rest and relax, mostly, unless you stay in the room.
So I think me and Lupin are not relaxing.
But, well, if Lupin's still at the bar, he's gonna Brent's gonna talk to him real quick.
Okay.
Hey Lupin, I got a few questions for you.
Okay. Shoot.
So what Val did to that guy? Has she done that before?
No. This is the first time I've seen it go that far. A couple times where she stopped. This is the first time, or that was the first time I've seen it went that far. Which, concerning. 'Cause I don't really know what triggers it.
Yeah. Real concerning. Do you know if she does she worship any gods or false gods or anything like that?
Don't think she does, but she does zone out a couple times.
Has she ever mentioned like a burning? Or
She got STD.
You got her beat.
Okay.
Not that I can recall.
Okay. Sorry about all the questions.
No,
Just
on the
concerning.
same, I'm on the same page. I've traveled her for a while. I have seen her zone out, and I have seen little spurts of whatever that was, and this is the first time I'm seeing it go that far. So
Yeah.
that's also concerning.
That wasn't good. Well, probably should be heading to bed soon. Thanks.
Well, I'll keep an eye out on her and see if I can talk to her about it.
Yeah. Oh, also, she hasn't mentioned anything about like someone named Latimus, has she? Bring that name up.
I don't believe so. I don't. Out of such, I do not remember. So,
Alright. DM, can I roll an insight check?
Sure.
do I?
Chris trusts Ben. I don't know if Bran trusts Lupin, no.
Lupin the Lion.
Yeah. 14 plus 5, a 19 for insight.
Let's see. What are you saying? I don't think he's hiding any information from you. He seems very truthful and forthcoming.
Alright, well, I appreciate the honesty. I guess I'll just have a conversation with her sometime soon. I head to bed.
Let me talk to her first, and then,
Oh, let me talk to her.
and then figure out that. Let me figure it out first, and then if you want to still talk to her, then go for it.
Yeah, just ask her if she knows about, mainly just see if she knows about Latimus for me, if you could.
Will do. Also chug my
Appreciate
drink
it.
and walk off to the red room, I guess.
Okay. As you all retire to your rooms, if you do not stay in the red room, you can get a full night's sleep. Nothing happens. When you notice in the rooms, there are 2 cots on either side with a little chest, like a foot chest at the front of them. From there, they have mattresses, blankets, but it's like a catacomb, of course. So there's like a iron bar door. It's not like a solid rule door. They have like a drape that you could close it to say it's used. The floors are stone. There's a subtle dripping sound of some water leaking. And it's definitely like quiet in there. You guys may be some of the only people as you kind of venture downstairs into the catacombs where you could stay. You can see why it's so cheap. So, who's taking the red room?
Karen and Lupin.
Kieran. Yeah.
Okay. You guys walk into the room and you know wish everyone else a good night, and they're able to cuddle up and a nice little warm room. You guys walk into this room, you're like, it's kind of chilly in here. You're like, yeah. And it just feels like there's dead air, like it's just silent. As you go there, and you're like, all right, well, I guess we'll go lay down. You kind of close like the little curtain thing that they have for the door, and then you turn off one of the oil lits, or you kind of extinguish a candle, and the room is shrouded in darkness. Both you guys roll d20.
Both or one of us? Sorry.
Yeah, you both roll. I'm gonna see who goes first.
All right. I rolled a 19.
6.
Okay, Kieran,
Yeah.
you sleep there, and you almost are kind of like you're a little off put. You're like, oh, this seems kind of weird. It's like, but I guess I don't. I don't know. I guess it's he was joking. Like, there's no way he was serious about that. You kind of cozy up, kind of close your eyes, and then you hear like it sounds like crying. Just like.
Oh, it's gonna be that kind of haunted, huh?
Is this the witch from Left 4 Dead? Where's my Molotov?
I was like, you just hear like some subtle crying, so you kind of peek your eyes open a little bit. As you come out of your trance, you're like, what the fuck is that? You kind of look up over the bed, and you can almost swear you see like a shadow that's like hunched over the bed, and it's like, can't really make out much of it, but it just looks like it's sobbing. What would you like to do?
You okay?
Me too, man.
No response. It's just a subtle little.
Okay, you're just gonna cry. And I feel that, I'm here for you, you're just gonna keep doing that. All right. Nope.
They start. They kind of look and they were like, "Am I ugly?" And they turn, and their head is like upside down on their neck, and they just, "Huh, It just lunged right at you. You kind of and then you kind of like you don't really sleep, but you just like jolt up and like cold sweat. You're like, oh shit! Look around the room. You see Lupin just snoring, arms back on the bed, just
Oh,
out of care of the
shoot.
world. Yeah.
Do I feel like it was a dream, or it was definitely something that I like?
It was just you think it was probably a dream. A
Hmm.
little unsettled.
That's, yeah,
Definitely
that's
different from
weird.
your normal Feywild happy dreams.
Yeah. Hmm. All right. Well, Karen's just gonna look around the room and just pitch black darkness. Just like
Mhm.
looks back at like Lupin just laying there, like
Yeah.
snoring. It's like, uh, he's gonna lay back down. He's gonna try to stick it through.
All right.
He very much debates leaving Lupin here to sleep all night by himself.
Terrible. So you cozy back up and then you just shut your eyes. You're just like, okay, well maybe that was it was just a dream. Lupin,
Yes.
deep rest, very comfortable, almost unbothered. As you kind of open your eyes, as you hear like subtle little like dripping sounds.
Oh, I gotta pee.
That's old man fault. Because you recall when you guys were coming down here that there was a like water was constantly like dripping, but then you kind of like touch your arm. You're like, oh, I'm like a little wet. And you kind of look up and you can see there's like little droplets falling from the like the stone above you, kind of directly on top. And just kind of kind of get a like a sniff, like you kind of just take a glance further. You can see that Kieran is just fast asleep, quote unquote. He's in his trance, but he looks a little unnerved, like he's kind of sweating, but he's resting. And you kind of like look down, and then you kind of just move your legs, try to get comfortable, and it's like a sloshing sound, like a sh, and you're moving around, and you get like there's a smell in the air of like a metallic-y iron smell. You kind of keep glancing around, and then you eventually kind of pick up the blankets, and you can see you were just covered in blood. Your whole bed is soaked with blood. You can see it looking above, it continues to drip, drip, drip before sitting almost like in like one of the corners. Appears to be like a corpse with its jaw slack and blood being the source dropping onto the bed.
That's what's up.
Nice. Opens mouth.
Yeah.
Bah.
Yeah. You kind of just nothing happens. You just see blood continues to just drool almost out of this thing's mouth onto the bed.
Yeah, see what happens if I try to move away from the blood? If it follows me?
So you kind of get up, like you stand up out of the bed, and you just see that you're like drenched, like someone just dumped a whole bucket of blood on you. You look where you were laying, soaked all the way through, and like the whole room smells like pungent-y, kind of like just that metal smell. I mean, then you get like little bits of like decayed flesh smell in there. And then there's like a chill that kind of runs up your spine as you can feel like cold breath on the back of your neck. And it makes you like tingle all the way down your body.
Turn around and see if is that thing still on the wall, or did the thing disappear?
You turn around, you don't see anything. You look back up in the corner. Does it look like there's a corpse up there?
Do you mind? I'm gonna try to find a different spot to sleep.
So you grab a
Like,
couple of
please
your
give me the
things.
gray room.
Yeah. And you just go to a different group?
Yeah, Is there another spot in that room I can sleep on? Or it's just two beds and.
By the
same-
time you kind of grab some of your things that you're like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna move. The rustling's enough to Kieran kind of wakes up to just like some rustling sounds.
Is the thing crying again?
No, but there's a thing bleeding on me.
What the fuck? What's rustling? Sweet. Wait, where's the thing bleeding?
You kind of glance around the room. You don't see anything.
Nothing at all anymore?
You don't know, like you don't. There's no smell besides like the dank air. You kind of like
There's the
look
rustling.
over. The rustling was that was Lupin getting some of his stuff so he could leave the room.
Oh.
You look over and it's like there's nothing. You don't see any blood. You don't see anything dripping.
You said
Yeah,
you heard
like,
someone
I-
crying? Or saw
I
some-
look at yeah. Yeah, I woke up earlier and heard crying, and I saw someone at the edge of the bed, and yeah, the crying was really creepy, and then they like turned their head upside down and then jumped at me, and it was kind of scary. But and it could have, I thought it was just a dream, but then you're saying that you had a corpse bleeding on you?
Yeah, there's a corpse right above me, drooling blood on me, and there's blood all over the bed.
Yeah, maybe we sleep in the gray room.
Let's let's go see if
We'll call the loss on this room.
flick off whatever ghost or thing was above my bed and just walk out the room.
The two children with their little in their pajamas and little bedrolls coming to
I
mom's
threw
room.
up.
Oh, they're going to the gray room?
Yeah, we're coming back into the gray room.
Oh yeah, Brand locked that and went to sleep.
So you go to like kind of open it. It's just the door appears to be locked.
Blue room.
Would I hear the like attempted unlocking?
So yeah, if you're not a heavy sleeper, you probably hear some rustling at the door. You have
He's
to lift the
definitely not a
little.
heavy sleeper.
Yeah, you'd have to lift up the curtain to kind of see what was going on.
He's just
Kieran,
gonna
like,
open the door.
I was gonna say before that, Kieran like reaches for the handle and like jiggles it, and then it's locked. And then so he immediately starts thinking he can message Brand
Oh
mentally.
no!
And so Kieran, in Kieran's perspective, he focuses really hard to get Brand to come open the door. And then Brand comes and opens the door. He's like, yes! I'm doing work.
You two look like shit.
Yeah, I went and sleep in the red room.
You see things.
It's kind of haunted.
All right, pretty comfy in here. I'm going back to bed.
Alright, I'll sleep on the floor.
Tuesday.
I'll take whatever bed or couch or whatever that's.
Yep, there's a bed that Kieran's sleeping on the floor. So I'd say once you enter this room, you all are able to complete a long rest.
Yay.
Alright.
Ooh, yippee!
With one day left in the festival, what would you guys like to do for this day?
Ooh,
Is this,
Do we meet back
is this
up?
the day of silence?
This is the last day of the of that festival. So there's a let me scroll up again before I had it. There's just the Soul Stone ceremony that happens around like 6 p.m. or so.
That's the big statue being brought in or whatever.
Kind of, yeah. It's like a monument that they've chiseled out. There's no like, it's not like a statue of something. It's like just like a big chisel, not a pyramid, but like a long
Art
pyramid.
thing.
Yeah.
I gotta go to the blacksmith. If anyone wants to tag along, sure.
Yeah. I'll come along. I don't really care about seeing a big rock.
Or would you like to go, Rainice?
Let's go see the big rock.
A big
Okay.
rock?
Lupin, where are you going?
Lupin,
Uh.
bar.
That's a different character. Thank you.
Oh, right.
You know what?
Blacksmith or go see the event going on.
Or more funnel cake.
Yeah, or whatever you want. You can go do whatever you want in this world.
You know what? Lupin deserves a cheat day. I'm gonna go for
Hey.
Nice.
Oh, there it is.
Hey, we're back on track.
So I'd say you're able to head to the what's it called? To the blacksmith. We'll do that first. So it looks like they're actually still open. You get there probably around, like, say, 8 or 9 in the morning. It's a little busy. You can see they're working on various different trinkets and things like that. But he kind of invites you guys in. It's like, oh, come in. What do you need?
Morning. I'm looking for a mace.
I may have just the thing for you. Are you looking for like a spike?
Bear mace?
Yeah.
Ah!
Fire!
I don't want spiked. That's more like a flail. Just a blunt mace with like some sharp like contours, edges.
Sure. I think I have something over here for that. Let's see. Is there
Nothing-
a
nothing
price
fancy.
range you were looking to stay within?
How cheap are you willing to go?
How cheap can I go?
You have to
As
tell
I-
me that.
As I have, as the DM has no idea how much money you have.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, gotcha.
Brand, do you want something that's gonna like last a little bit longer? That's like, you know, better quality. Is this something you're wanting to keep for a while?
I mean, I would prefer better quality, but don't know if I'm willing to. I don't know if I'm willing to spend. What kind of options you got?
Well, he has more of like the spiked ones. He has more of like kind of the bluntish ones with the little flanges to them as well. Some look like they're in a cast like a cast steel. Looks like it's pretty nice. There's some that are like black with like silver linings to them. There's one that has like a gold tinge to it. It's got 4 or 5 different options.
How much for the black with the silver?
10 gold.
10 gold for a mace?
It's handcrafted.
Okay. Are your hands special?
My hands made it.
What kind of previous work
Hmm.
did you do?
Oh, whoa, buddy! You have to come after hours for that work.
Not like that.
You heard of Dimocles? I can make him Dimopleased.
Well, what else
What
is in
the
your
fuck?
what else is in your portfolio though? Like
Yeah.
you made that cool mace. We're interested in the maces, but like what
he's
else what else can you do?
He's you see there's a couple like very nice ornate spears he's made. There's a set of like throwing knives, hatchets, a couple sets of armor that he's crafted. Various different bags that look like they've been kind of leather worked in some way where he's attached rivets or buckles to them. He's like, well, this is my shop. It's been family run for some time.
All right. Now you're making me feel bad. All right.
Yes, all the money that I collect goes to treatments for my
Ah.
ailing
Yeah.
wife.
Yep. Yeah. I got it. Does the mace do anything special, or is it just a mace?
I believe it's just a mace. I do apologize. The magic is in the work, not in the item.
I can see. Yeah. How much did you say again?
10 gold.
10 gold. Okay.
So you said 8 earlier.
Make a persuasion check.
Nice. Smooth. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Kieran's not getting passed on that one. That's a bad one.
Oh no.
He's
Bro
like,
can't
10?
talk for
10?
shit.
I'm sorry. I did apologize. I wasn't upfront at first, but there is a festival surcharge because I go through a lot of these very quickly. The price right now is actually 12 gold.
Brain just slowly turns to look at Kieran.
You can hear the
Kieran-
stone neck turn.
Kieran is an ashamed dog looking the other direction. It's like, I didn't do that. I don't know what you're talking
Right.
about. Kieran slides 3 gold onto the counter.
Sure, I'll yeah. And he'll pay the other 9.
Okay.
Also, do you do you do anything with armor or anything?
Are you looking to craft or repair or refit?
Refit, dismantle potentially.
Mm-hmm.
This
that
armor,
might-
and he moves around. It is ridiculous, like everything covered in armor, plate armor.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. This is too much. I feel constricted. Feel like I can't move. Is there any way we could just, like, scrap most of this and just keep the breastplate and maybe the pauldrons?
Yeah, I think I could do that. I have quite a bit on my docket, but I might be able to get some extra help. It would take me a couple days, but I probably could get you something going.
Hey, is there anything that, like, maybe you can loan me in the meantime?
It may not be exactly comfortable, but we could do something like this. And he gives you basically an equivalent of what you're wearing, but you can see it's a little ding, doesn't exactly fit. First, do you want to go into bed? Yeah. I'll put you in
Oh, plate armor?
well, what are you wearing now?
I'm wearing full plate armor. I'm just trying to get it, like, brought down. I'm willing to wear, like, leather, scale, anything that's, just not as bulky for the time being.
I'd say yeah. If you're looking for something kind of like that, he could do a
How much are you actually selling breastplate for?
Let's see.
That's just gonna be expensive.
Yeah.
That'll be another 52 gold.
I'm pretty sure breastplate is like 400.
Yeah, for a full set of breastplated armor is 400 gold.
Okay. So how
We
much are
got
you
that.
willing to you could use these parts for other crafting materials, so I'm technically doing you a service.
He could probably get everything fixed up to your specifications. He says for 60 gold.
Okay.
I honestly don't know how rich you guys are, so I'm kind of just like, it's probably
Well,
fair.
I have 59. What if I traded in
The mace I just bought.
what if what if I also added in this glaive, and he pulls off the giant glaive that he's had on his back this entire time, the
Whoa,
one
where did
that's
that
like kind of burned and singed.
Yeah. Where did that come from? I'd say that's probably a fair
That's
trade.
always
He could
been
do
there.
it. He could do it for 50 gold in that.
Okay. All right. Deal.
All right. Like I said, it may take me a few days, but I'll get something ready for you.
So what do you got for me in the meantime?
Let's see.
Are we gonna be here for a few days?
Are you asking
He-
Kieran?
Yeah, he's asking Kieran. Are we planning on staying here for a few days, or?
Unless we find another quest on the quest board. At least I don't know what the party's planning to do, but that's what I would probably suggest. Unless we're was the festival's tonight and tomorrow, and probably check out.
Today's the last day of it.
Oh, today's the last day. Well, maybe the rest of the festival today, and then maybe tomorrow we can go check out the quest boards and say we might
So I
be.
should probably get something just in case.
Yeah, we might hit the road again probably in the next day or two, I'm sure. For going on some kind of fetch quest.
We're having this conversation while he's fetching some
Yeah,
random
yeah.
armor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he comes back with a set of like a chain shirt. So it's like a medium armor.
Okay. Sure, this will do. Appreciate it. What was your name?
Oh, hang on one second. Let's see. His name is Mirek.
Oh.
Mirek. Mirek Drasnov. He's a human.
Okay.
Do You said Mirek?
Mirek, Mirek. You're in at Drasnov's
Mirek.
Forge. That's his
Mirek.
workshop.
Before we go, do you also sell tools for like smithing and stuff? Like just a small more like simple.
Um,
Smith
really for like
tools that,
like smithing tools.
yeah.
Let's see. I think he has a couple bits there. He says he actually used to have like an apprentice that is given up the trade and had to go. He would go be a guardsman out towards the capital, but he has an old set of smithing tools he can let go for 10 gold pieces.
I'll take it.
It's a art. So you can add a artesian tool of smith's tools to your inventory.
Smith's tools.
BT.
Cool. That was it.
Okay. Okay.
That's all I had.
So I got there. Okay. So we can jump over to the what's it called? The stone party. So what would you guys heading to just where the festival is?
They fell asleep.
Say again.
You're heading towards where the festival is, where they're doing something?
Oh yeah, we're gonna go look at that stone.
Get funnel cake too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, conveniently right next to it. And right next to that is the forge.
We're gonna
Wow, this is
we're
awesome.
gonna rub that. So we're gonna rub that funnel cake on the stone.
Oh no.
Oh,
Lupin
So-
nervously trying to escape out of the crowd, not trying to be caught eating the funnel cake.
No one can know I had this today.
We're gonna see Lupin later. He's gonna have a little bit of powdered sugar on his lip.
It's like, what is that? It's like, okay.
I promise it's powdered sugar, nothing else.
nice.
So as you all are able to kind of observe where the stone is from there, it's kind of cordoned off where nobody can really get to it at the moment. So you're looking at it from maybe like 10 feet or so away, kind of surrounded by a couple of the guards, as this is an important piece of the ceremony. Looking at it, it's kind of, like I said, it's carved from like a very smooth rock, almost like a quartz like crystal. And it's like an ancient relic or so of the of this festival. It's kind of like a jagged monolith, what has no inscriptions or anything to it, but it just has like jagged lines and like veins where they look like they're not pulsating, but you can see where there's like maybe gemstones or something actually in it, where there's like kind of bluish and green lights that kind of emanate underneath it.
And you're saying we can't touch the stone?
It looks like it's kind of guarded at the moment because they're like the stone is about 30 feet tall and it probably weighs a couple tons. Like it's solid stone.
It's a mighty pretty color, isn't it, Rainies?
Very. Who is this like statue of?
It's not a statue. It's think of a very large. Think of the Washington Monument, or it's just a big white pillar. That's pretty much what this is in a way.
Oh, so it's not somebody?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Nope. It's like a very decorative rock that they're going to do something with later.
How can she steal this?
How can I get the little gems off of it?
Well, if you
Oh,
go to
no.
if you go to the gift shop located right there, you can get replica keychains of the stone.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
You can also get a set of skeletal ears that you could get. Welcome to Stone Land.
What the heck are skeletal ears?
They're like they're ears of like foxes and cats and stuff, but it's just
Oh,
the skeleton outline of them. It's a play on
Gotcha.
Disneyland.
Okay, gotcha.
Ah.
gotcha.
But no, there's not a gift shop. There's people selling trinkets, but it's not a true gift shop. Not a. I went to the Phantom of the Veil festival and all I got was this lousy t-shirt.
That'd be pretty cool though.
My favorite running gag of these festivals is finding that fucking shirt at all of them.
There's gonna be a character somewhere in this world that has like just a big collection of all those tourist shirts.
We're gonna rob someone and we're just gonna be all that.
It's like there's a bunch of shirts in here. It's like this one says, "I went to that random festival with the drinking contest in the middle of the field, and all I got was this lousy shirt."
This one said, "I went to the last dance, and all I got was this lousy shirt."
Oh,
Call back.
Oh my god!
but I saw standoff.
Oh,
This one says, "I went to Grix Krieg's funeral, and all I got was this
Oh.
lousy shirt."
This shirt says I was stuck in a camp for 5 months. And all I got.
This one said, "I survived the Druid Grove simulation, and all I got was this lousy shirt."
This one says I went to a basement and I died.
Oh.
Oh,
This one said, "My players
good,
stunned me
good.
so I couldn't save anyone." This one said,
This
"I'm not
shirt
actually a
might be
werewolf."
He killed.
All right. Anyway, do you guys want to do anything else on the around it from here? It doesn't look like there's a whole lot going on, just because there's people kind of enjoying it, and they're tossing a couple coins and like these collection wells as a as like a tribute. So maybe it's like a repentance or something of the kind. But there are quite a few coins in a lot of these bins. If anyone had slick hands.
He just wants to steal.
In the well?
Well, think about like little collection totes that people are kind of they're
Oh, like a tithe
like
box.
yeah, kind of like a gift or something for it's probably gonna go to the temple or something whenever this is finished. But people are kind of just tossing the little things in there. Does Radies feel the need to pilfer?
I don't have money.
Oh, all right. Well,
you
if you'd
could.
like, you can make a sleight of hand check and see if you can get a couple coins.
How do I do that?
So roll your d20 and add your sleight of hand.
I've never done this.
Dwight?
The first
Are you-
roll
are
she's
you-
doing in the campaign is stealing coins.
Oh, boy.
Shit's
Robert.
crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That was on the lookout.
And then I should have a thing over here.
Called sleight of hand, and add that
We,
number.
s- we support rogue behavior.
17.
Okay. We roll some dice here.
Or I should say we.
I really feel like I probably should have
So,
stopped. But
You're kind of looking around, and you're like, "Where's Radice?" And then you just see, she kind of whispers to Ghidorah, and Ghidorah kind of just like trots out by himself, and he just goes, "Ugh," and just flops straight on his back, tongue sticking out, like he's pretending to be dead. Some of the people are like, they kind of walk over, and they're like, "What the hell is that?" So they kind of leave the collection bucket, and she just doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and just kind of takes her hand in, scoops a chunk out, throws it into her
Just
bag, and
Splashing noises.
you just hear like shking, shking, shking. I need another dice here. Let's go with this. All right. You're able to pilfer 22 gold coins out of the
Crazy.
How do I write that as a note or
so under equipment you should be able to edit like currency, and then you can do gold. And you've stole 22 gold coins. Like you took a scoop of like, there's probably not a lot of true gold there, but between the silver and copper, we'll say you got 22 gold's worth.
Yeah.
that's payday right there. Yeah.
Once she grabs that, Val is just like, the fuck? She kind of looks over, and you can see Ghidorah like laying there, like its eye is kind of open. It kind of meets Radice's eye. She gives him like a nod, and he kind of flops back over, and they're like, "Oh my god!" And he just trots away. Do 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 do.
I look at
Oh, total
Radiant.
currency.
Mhm.
Okay, hold on. I got 23.
22 gold.
That's so much gold.
I should probably get rid of the 30 that it says I
That's a
have.
lot of funnel cake.
Yep, you can just make it 22.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
All right, I need Lupin to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
He's eating funnel
Tummy
cake.
ache.
We're gonna see if he gets if he loses the abs or not.
Oh no.
His physique.
No.
Roll
No,
1d6
Thor.
for how many abs?
12 plus con save?
Mhm.
5. 17.
Yeah, he's still fit. Yeah, he pounds a
Nice.
funnel cake or two.
He's gonna work
Shakes
it off later.
Nothing. Yeah.
Sucked in a little, you know.
Yep.
A little tough.
Yep. anything else that you guys want to accomplish for the day while you're kind of visiting around?
I would like to talk to you about that little stunt you pulled, please.
What's done?
Where your pet
My pet.
pretended to be deceased, and you. I do like a gesturing of like pickpocketing.
Man's trying to
What?
mime out what he saw.
What? What in the nine hells was that?
Nice.
I feel like Ghidorah should nip at his feet. Or I mean
Oh.
her feet. Because he did not like the pet remark.
I need you to control your pet. I like shake my foot away.
Oh, she's different without looping around.
I guess I like call him to be, I guess. I don't know.
Yep, he just walks over towards you.
So is this like a thing that you two do? Like a performance of some kind? Are you
You could say
Strapped?
it's a performance.
Or-
She calls it the bait and switch.
Nice.
That's just so. And you're allies with Brand.
I know of him, yes.
Does he know you do this?
No.
Like an existential crisis just hits me. You know what? Everyone has to survive their own way. I'm sure you have your own rights and your own, and I'm sure you have a means to why you need to do that. Please try not to do it when I'm looking.
The irony of this.
Right?
And also, are you and Bran like a thing?
What the hell?
I'm sorry.
Are you and him? Have you guys held hands? maybe we kissed.
Yeah, Kieran,
No.
I don't really think this shirt fits. I probably should have got a different size. Oh, there they
What
are.
about how about I just walk away from the conversation and
I'm bringing
As
As
everybody.
long as you
Yeah.
try not to get Lupin, that's all I care about.
I'm gonna bring everybody.
He's
funnel
mine.
cake.
All right.
Hey, there he is. That's the guy.
Hey guys, here's some
Sorry,
funnel
music
cake for
albums on my
everybody.
brand.
you have no worries.
Good.
Mhm.
You can steal as much as you want, as long as Lupin's heart stays mine.
Jesus Christ.
Deal.
Hey, guys,
we
check
fucking
out Brand's
shake
new
on
Yeah,
shirt.
it.
we're like standing right here, by the way.
You're like, steal? Like, what happened?
Yeah.
Pilfering.
Hands full of funnel cake. Hey guys.
What happened?
Nothing.
Do you guys think his chainmail's too big on me? Very
Yes.
loose chainmail on
Yeah.
brand.
Shink, shink.
I said no form's a good form.
Yeah.
It's very flowy on you. No one will ever know what to hit.
Kind of what I was
Hopefully.
saying. It's like you don't really know what shape's going on under there.
Oh, shape.
What's
know what I
hiding
mean?
underneath?
Yeah.
All right.
Is it a beer gut? Is it a
Alright,
six pack?
alright.
I don't know.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that
We
above
can,
a
we,
tab?
can, we can talk about something else now, everyone.
Well, they said something about stealing. Oh, funnel cake. Mmm.
What funnel cake? Best part of the session is the funnel cake, it seems.
Funnel cake session.
Yeah.
Bro, funnel cake fries?
How do they deep fry the funnel cake? You know? Did you think about it? Anyway, I just broke the fourth wall of my own game. I was like, how do they make funnel cake?
I was
here?
actually just about to ask. Answer that. God damn it.
Well,
Um,
animal fat, right? And
yeah,
then
it's
heat.
gonna render. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it all comes around.
Chipotle sauce.
Yeah. Was there anything else that you guys need to do before the actual little festival, and I'll kind of describe a little bit of that.
Is there like a big like end of the day thing, like
Mhm.
social event? I'll go check
Yeah,
that
we're
out.
supposed to touch it.
Kieran might want to go partake in the song and dance of the festivities
Okay.
in the late twilight.
All right, that's fine. Okay, that's work.
Twilight is late, right?
Into the twilight. It's like the
That's like
sun goes
midnight.
down.
Hmm.
Plah.
La.
There we go. Let's get a little spooky.
Oh my God.
Spooky.
Let's go to the dancing area. Spooky.
So
Go
it's more
dance.
like I said, this is nothing in authority
Like Day of the Dead?
is really happy per se. So there's kind of a very ominous thing there. The day kind of is winding down and it comes to a like a close. You can see you guys have spent your time around walking around the various different like little market stalls, enjoying a little bit of the food and the things that they have from there, listening to people tell you a couple of their stories of like, we came from this land and we like to make this pilgrimage once a year for the festival. It's a big thing for us, as a respectful thing for our, those warriors who fought for, the Astoyan Empire. And then you have some people who are like, I fucking hate the Astoyan Empire. I came from this very noble French-esque, background, and the knights that they should have kept this place in check. I can't believe they let the Astoyans run this whole place into a grim, dark graveyard.
Oh my God.
So you kind of get a couple different sides of what's going on from there. Where eventually you guys hear, as you're almost where a lot of people have kind of congregated, you guys get like a nice little spot from there. You hear the sound of like a heavy thing, something kind of fall, like and like the ground kind of shakes. Before you hear the sounds of like horses neighing and whinnying, and like chains being kind of like rattled. And as you can see, you kind of like peer down, and you can see where there's a very large platform where they look like they'll have the basically a ritual or so take place. Looking down like the hill, you can see where there's like a set of 4 or 5 horses that like big thoroughbred looking large horses that are pulling with these chains, and they're like heaving as hard as they can to try to drag this very large rock that you guys have seen before up towards the platform. Underneath the rock, you can see there appears to be 50 to 60 people laboring underneath, all wearing like the same kind of dark colored robes as they're carrying this up towards the podium. You can hear them chanting some almost like a native Astoyan language that you really can't make out this or that from what they're saying. You can see as they're kind of passing from there, people are tossing. It looks like some people are tossing like roses or some sort of flower. Some people are tossing coins, or some kind of remembrances that they're doing that, and there's like a constant chanting or like an ambiance that kind of fills the whole area that you guys are at. Let me see if I had anything else for this one.
I think if Kieran's near Bran, he's just like, "Hey, Bran,
Yeah.
have we ever thought about the possibility that the people that we thought were bad or thought were good might be the bad people? Just feels like a weird vibe going on here, you know?"
Yeah, this is some creepy shit.
Because, like, these might be the good people, but, like, if they're the good people, they don't feel like the good people.
Yeah.
But I've also felt that kind of vibe from this, like, since I've gotten here, you know what I mean? Like, it's just in the air.
I think many people are good people on Arthoris.
I'm getting that vibe.
As you notice, the horses kind of make their final wreck up there the next 10 minutes or so as they kind of sat there, as some larger looking I guess practitioners come forward and they release the chains from the horses, and the horses kind of scatter off like almost immediately. They were like, "Get the fuck out of this area!" You see some people are kind of like trying to chase them down as they're running. You can see there's like a hoof of people are trying to get the stone basically in place from there. They started attaching ropes to like a pulley system that they have to attach to one side and attempt to yank it upright and have it stand perfectly vertical. But I mean, this thing is like 30 feet tall and it is solid like rock. So they're having quite a difficult time, but the chanting is kind of continuing. Everybody can make perception checks if they like. And depending on your perception check, I'll let you make an Arcana check based off that.
Whoa. I got pretty good.
You're gonna need
19.
you're to understand some more of it. You'll need at least a 20 to get the Arcana check.
Oh, I just got 19. Damn.
Oh,
I won't make that now.
Is this perception? What are we
so
doing?
perception first. Yeah, roll a perception check.
Okay. What does it say? 23.
Okay, so
Jeez, who would've thought?
That's great, but I don't have great arcana.
it's okay.
I got this.
So if you rolled less than 20, you would notice this. As they lift up the rock and it's sitting up there, there's like these kind of sigils that look like they kind of glow on it. It's something that you couldn't really see before, some sort of like inscriptions or something. But it was really hard to tell in the daytime. But as you can see the moonlight, as it reaches and kind of shines upon the stone, it appears to be illuminating almost. You almost can see inside. If you rolled above a 20, go and make your Arcana check.
I think I'm the only person who took proficiency in Arcana.
I don't have
Probably.
jack shit in arcana, bro.
Same.
Just roll good.
15.
Okay. Are you the only one that were able to roll?
I'm pretty sure I thought there was somebody else. I don't know what everyone else rolls.
Oh. Maybe not. Okay. I'll tell you in secret.
Oh,
no.
oh my gosh.
Oh no.
So many secrets tonight.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
You
Uh-oh.
can hear the
We'll talk
backup.
over it. He's talking pretty loud through Takens.
Yeah.
La la.
La,
Oh,
la,
it's
la.
not. Okay. We're good. Wait a minute. Yeah, I never thought about that. Taken gets every secret. That's not fair.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just pretend you don't
Don't
hear
hear
it.
a secret.
Tune it out.
Yeah.
Like what dragon?
Yeah.
Well, besides the overwhelming part of having to learn D&D so quickly, you enjoyed it otherwise? I guess. maybe not.
Uh-oh.
I think she probably had to mute herself real quick.
Oh, probably.
Gonna cry.
No, 'cause, like, I hate this shit.
That was funny.
All right. But now it looks like they're kind of setting up and they're finishing as it kind of clicks almost into place. Some people
I
kind of
grip-
run up.
I grip Lupin's hand. I think we need to go.
They take like these like iron rods and they kind of start jamming it into the stone to keep it held up.
Lupin. Lupin. I like start shaking his hand.
Funnel cake.
Do we? Why? What's going on?
This isn't a ritual of greatness. This isn't culture. This is a ritual of release. They're trying to get something out of that stone.
Should we- do we run or try to stop it?
We try to stop it. That's
Okay.
probably what happened to the other town.
How many?
Run.
Are there any guards around?
Standing around, you could see where there appears to be, from like all the different guards and things like that, there's probably 50, 60 of the heavily armed guards just in the general vicinity of the stone. On
That's a
top
lot
of,
guards.
there's a great handful of like the mercenaries and local militia that they have in intermixed into the actual crowd itself.
How do we stop this without?
I don't think we do. I think the DM just said hell no to that.
I
Uh,
don't know.
I
think
I
know
think-
what's
I think
inside.
this
we
is
should
a-
we should probably go.
Yeah.
We should probably go.
Let's get
We
the
can get
fuck.
to the. Do we have time to get to the cart that we had?
I'm just
Or
sprinting.
just straight booking it? Right.
It's just
We need to go.
let's book it.
As the crowd kind of like tightens it almost to kind of like see this great unveiling, you're able to like try to get out of there basically pretty much before you start hearing like the chanting almost comes to a cacophonous like roar, and then almost like a silence enters the whole town. You guys almost like as you're running, you kind of like hear the heartbeat in your ears as you're like, we don't know what's happening. And then you just hear an ominous tink, tink, tink as they've begun to etch into the stone. You guys still running? Still going? Just said
That's-
I'm getting out of there.
We're skedaddling.
We're
I'm
running.
I'm
Don't
booking it.
even-
I'm looking behind me, making sure everyone's coming along. Is everyone here?
I'm dangling by
Uh,
Lupin's back as always.
Yeah.
I
Any
think
Skador's
Kieran-
here?
Mm-hmm.
Kieran's running with, but he is like, we don't even want to like try to talk them out of it.
I don't think there's any way of talking out of this one.
I think this is a thing that they normally do.
Okay.
You want to talk down 50 guards?
We could convince them, maybe. Probably not.
Kieran, I'm going.
Yeah, let's not stick around. What's the term? Fuck around and find out.
Yeah. Or so we made it to the cart.
I say yes.
How crowded is like the exit?
You know, you can see a lot of people are just like around. They're doing something from there. It doesn't look like it's super crowded. It's very crowded up where you guys came from. You're kind of out of the, you know, you're in kind of like an openish area from there.
I'm gonna shout at like the nearest person, just like normal bystander that's somewhere in the vicinity. Hey, they normally do this?
He kind of like he's standing there, and you can see where he's like, oh yeah, he's kind of like right from there. Then he just turns to look at you with like a cold face, and he's like, this isn't normal. They normally don't do this. I don't know what's happening. And he's like, he's turning, he's trying to leave as well.
Appreciate the information. You might want to get out of here.
Eventually, there's almost like a piercing scream as it like cuts the silence of any of the other chanting and things from there. Before there's almost like a loud, like crumbling sound, like almost like an eruption.
Oh
And you can-
God.
You can almost like you feel like the air get heavy and tense. The air begins to grow thick, and you can feel like your muscles kind of get heavy and like slow, like you're making it there to where you need to go, but you feel like a presence is like pulling you, and it's heavy, and you can feel it from like your head to your toes, like in your being, like your soul almost is being tugged back, like with like tethers, like even if you go like bungee jumping, and you know you kind of jump down and you get free, you feel, but then the cord is always there, and it's sucking you back in very slowly. In a deep, kind of raspy voice, you all hear this. It echoes, not very loudly, but in your mind and like ambiently in the air. You hear a voice speak to you. You flee, children of dust and stone, but you cannot outrun what is beneath you. I am no longer a memory. I am the root beneath you, the hunger that is in the soil. I have slept long enough, but now my time has come. You freed me, though you did not know, and now you will feel the weight of your ignorance. You see below you, as the cobblestone from there, almost like shadows, like tendrils, start to slowly reach out, and not encompass you, but just go past you, and it's almost like encompassing the area. you can see the stones begin to shake and crack, almost as if the ground is groaning in protest of what has happened. It continues. Flee all you wish, mortals. Run as you will, but you may never escape me. Every step you take will bring you closer to my reach, my whispers that will haunt you, my touch that will twist and chill your bones. My eyes will follow, for I see through the stone. The land will remember, and the land shall reclaim. There's a pause almost, and you can see like people are very confused at this point, not sure what's going on. They're like, this is supposed to be like a great welcoming festival, like, you know, given the time. You're like, this is you're almost like frozen solid at this point, and you can turn and you can see, looking up towards where the stone was, it's a very large overcasting shadow where there's like almost like a black mass that's almost incomprehensible form is kind of erupted out of it. There's a pause, and the voice feels colder and more raspy and like hushed whispers as it's in one ear, out the other, and it feels like it's almost all around you. What is it that you fear? The earth? This rock that's held you? The very ground beneath you shall swallow you whole. It will crack and reshape into what I design. The earth shall breathe again how I create it, for you are mere insects in my great plan. Do you not see that I, the great creator, have made you? But just as I've made you, I feel the desire to take you to the grave. I am the stone of your foundations and the dreams of your ancestors, those that thought they can chain me and shackle me in stone. They hold me no longer. Feel it just in the back of your head, almost as like you, like the blood is like at a boiling point in your, like your head, your ears. It's throbbing, and you're just almost shaking from just what you're hearing. You've never heard something so powerful and devilish speak to you. Flee if you must, but know this: you will never outrun me. You cannot flee from the land that will always rise to you. I am patient. I've waited for many, many years. I will wait, because you will return. The stone will remember, and I will remember you. The voice fades off, and the clouds begin to kind of part from the top, leaving only like a solemn moonlight. But there's tremors and whispers that are constantly like around you, of voices you've never heard before, of like they're screaming, help me, save me, we're damned. But it seems the earth itself begins to just be restless, as if it's watching your every move, waiting for you all to make a final and egregious error which will bring you back. And that's what we're in for tonight.